Hey there, everyone. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. If it's your first time here, hello. My name is Rad Nomad. I'm a psychedelic DJ wizard. Today we're playing some Spirit Swap. This will be my second time playing this game. I got through the initial story last stream, basically just meeting everyone for the first time, unlocking all of the different items that give me all the different combos. So I believe today is mostly going to be focused on the dating sim aspect of it. So I guess we'll see how that goes. I don't really have any immediate idea of who to go for first, but we'll see. I think we'll go ahead and jump right into it. We go ahead and set this up. Hope all you out there are doing well. Hope you all had a good weekend. Go ahead and turn off the music too here. How is our sound? Oh, very nice. Let me know if the sound balance is a little off. I think it should be okay. And, yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so I haven't unlocked a ton of different things yet. I think I got one of most of these things. Didn't get a new cozy item. I have one carpet that I got. I have 3 bedsides. And then posters are... then as for my active spells, I've got... Hey there, Mary! Welcome on in. Thank you so much for joining. We are continuing our Spirit Swap playthrough today. Okay, yep, so our items are Sugar Rush, which removes all spirits of the same type used to make the spell. We've got the Threes Company, which is a random effect. And we've got the Square Up, which removes all spirits and garbage from the top half of the board. Is that the combo I want to go with, though? Yeah, because this one... Oh, okay, so this one adds a bunch of stuff. Which one does this do again? Whoa. Okay, it just... Oh! I think I see what happened. It just automatically reset everything. Clear 3 rows and 3 columns before this spell was made. Clear 2 random rows and freeze 2 random rows. I don't think I want to do all that. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. So these aren't the ones I have equipped. Wow. There we go. Let's go ahead and do... Sugar Rush might not be a bad one. Yeah, I think that should work. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to check out the chat, because I think that was something that was new. Let me actually go back to that. Okay, so this one I could actually call the different people to arrange some sort of meeting. I don't think I really need to use it right now, but these are all of the people we met and all of our potential suitors. I like her vibe a lot. Yeah, Mo. Thank you for the throw. Appreciate it. The throw works a lot better on this model compared to the live 2D one. I have to trigger that one manually, unfortunately, but I'm glad this one still works. Oh, geez, I literally left and went back, and it changed who's available. Ooh, let's go see Mo. Let's go see Mo. You knock on the door to Mo's apartment and let yourself in. Mo is in the kitchen getting things prepared. Vials, beakers, and jars of different herbs and spices are neatly organized on the table. Hey Mo, I'm ready to get brewing. Okay, so I guess these aren't voiced anymore. Oh, Samora, come in. Just getting the last few herbs together. This is going to be so much fun. While Mo finishes, you check out all the ingredients she's arranged already. Some old reliables, orange blossoms, a ripe pomegranate, and... Wow, you really have a lot of herbs. I never realized how many. Mo comes to join you. She places the last 2 beakers on the table. Tell me about it. I'm a bit surprised myself. Are you ready to get started? You know it. Where do we start first? Lavender is always a good base. It's calming and has a nice mild flavor. Then, adding this could be nice too. It will give you energy after a long day of swapping spirits. You take a spoonful and carefully put the herbs and spices into the jar. Mo watches you with a close eye, hoping you don't spill any of her precious ingredients. Okay, hard part's over. What's next, Professor? Ha! Okay, my good little student. Next, add a little bit of this dried pomegranate. I can't wait to see how this tastes. I want to add some of this too. You plop in a healthy handful of a shimmery blue powder labeled Very Potent Demon's Facer. Well, that's an interesting choice. It'll be fine, you'll see. You add the fruit and spice as instructed. Now let's blend it together. I already have the cauldron ready. In a few minutes, we'll see what your creation tastes like. Hopefully nothing like when we were younger. Ha! Nothing could be worse than that. You watch Mo slowly brew your tea as you trade friendly jabs. She looks happier, and you enjoy spending time with her. You're glad that you can help lift her spirits a little. Alright, it's done. Mo slowly pours the tea into 2 pristine teacups. She examines it closely, looking for any imperfections. It looks drinkable, and it smells okay. Well, here goes. You take a huge gulp. Oh no. You try your hardest not to spit it out and manage to force it down. Then you feel a familiar tingling in your spine. The same feeling you get when spirits appear nearby. Uh-oh, we got a battle. You look up at Mo before either of you can speak. An explosion of spirits comes pouring out of your concoction. Alright. There we go. I had to, remember what the buttons were. Oh, that's right. Nice. First one down. Oh, nice. Oh. There we go. Okay. Excellent. That's the last of them. Oh, please let it be the last of them. Oh, Frog, what was that? Mo coughed and waved her hands in front of her, trying to get the words out. It was that blue powder you added. I guess I didn't realize you stocked Oda Spirit Summoning. I don't, silly. It's the demon phaser powder you added. It draws your most salient, bubbly concerns to the surface so that you may fight your demons. I guess you got spirits on the brain a lot lately. Makes sense. Here, let's not drink any more of this. Definitely. I think I should stick to coffee. Yeah. You should definitely leave the tea making to me, doll. You both look at each other and laugh. Sit tight, I'll make us something. Yes, mother. She scoffs at your chiding. Luckily, Mo had one of her special blends ready to go and brews up a cauldron. You both take a seat on the couch and relax. That's much better. My sensitive palate is pleased. Yeah, this is the best. Sorry about the wasted ingredients. It's no problem. Today was really fun. Thank you, Samara. I really needed this. You know I'll always be there for you. You know, if you keep saying that, maybe it'll finally get through. You share a warm smile and continue to sip the tea, savoring the tranquility and peace of each other's company. The warmth of friendship fills the room, making the day feel truly special and unforgettable. And that's the day. Thank you for the check-in, Glow. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Ooh, I got a new rug. Okay, I got the froggy rug. Cool. Actually, let me go ahead and very quickly rotate my model a little bit. I'm facing a little bit too much to the right. Ah. There we go. Hope you're doing well, Glow. We're playing some Spirit Swap, continuing from where I left off last time. I kind of want to visit Lulu. You arrive at the bakery. All you know is Lulu sent you a message titled, "Urgent, urgent, please Samar, come here now." You, of course, rushed over immediately. Samar, you're here. I am very excited to work on your model this week, and I am excited for you to work on it. Thank you so much for taking that up, by the way. I'm really looking forward to how it's going to come out. I love all of the models you do, especially the ones you make for yourself. So, yes, really looking forward to it. I've been trying to make some more progress on my hat, testing out Blender. I have like an early idea of what I want it to look like. I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to continue to put more effort into it or if I'm going to hand it off to someone else. But, I figured I'd at least spend this week trying to learn more Blender in general. Oh, you're sweet. Oh my god. No, you're super talented. Like I said, I love seeing the different models you come up with. It's a pleasure to see them. I believe in you. It was going to be nigh impossible at Vroid. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is Vroid is very good for what it's designed for, I think, which is just kind of the model base, the character, at least getting some of the, I don't know if I want to say basic, but at least getting the general shape of what you want the character to look like, right? But the more intricate kind of pieces, there's not really a good mechanism in the app to do that. To be fair, though, like, it's really neat to see how people have been able to manipulate hair for hat. That's what I had to do early on. I found a booth asset that was effectively just modified hair for a basic wizard hat. But yeah, you really need the 3D modeling tools in order to actually make something, which is why I have the hat now, and why I'll have a cool hat when this model's complete as well. Samar, you're here. Lulu is distraught, batter and flour all over her face and person. Her hair is wild and has various types of icing through it. You've never seen her this messy before. Lulu, are you okay? What's going on? Did more spirits get into the bakery? What? No, huh? I mean, maybe. But no, that's not what I called you in for. I need your opinion on what I'm writing. So there isn't an emergency. It looks like there's an emergency. You messaged me like there is an emergency. Lulu looks around the bakery in a total state of disarray. It's quiet for a moment, with just the sound of some pistachio filling making a loud wet splat on the ground. Her familiar Z, Ginger, scuttles over nearly in tears. Can rabbits cry? Yeah, no, everything is fine here. I'm just working on a plot point. You got a second? I mean, yes, but I'm kind of frazzled right now and need to get some of this energy out. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Would it help if you slapped me? Oh no. You can't offer that, Lulu. Come on. What? No, Lulu, it won't. Just give me a second. Oh wait. I know exactly how to get your energy out. Oh, we're gonna fight spirits? Lulu turns to fiddle with something. You hear her scrubbing through some radio stations. Lulu, what are you doing, Lulu? Got it. Here we go. The upbeat sounds of Shag Vision fill the deserted bakery at full blast, and you realize what she's done. Lulu, why? Spirits start popping into existence all around the room, while Lulu stands there triumphant. Yalla, Habibi, let's get swapping. That's my line.
Ew, ew, ew.
Thank you so much for the resubscription, Glow. Appreciate it. Ah, you keep missing this one. There we go. Wow, Lulu's persistent this round. Well, there we go. Yeah, Habibi. Oh yeah, she's done. Yep, there we go. Yeah, that works. Yep. Alright, got it. You manage to survive the frenzy and crawl to the radio to turn the music off. It takes you a minute to find a clean spot to sit down, but you finally manage. You collapse onto a chair, exhausted. You hear Lulu's footsteps get closer until she's hovering right over you with a big smile on her face. Now that we got all that out of your systems, back to the reason I called you here. I gotta go eat, but I hope you have a great rest of your stream. Yeah, that sounds good. Hope you have a great meal. Thank you so much for stopping by, Glow. See you later. I'm ready. Shoot. Okay, so, in my latest chapter of this fanfic, I have 3 of my boys from Moonyu Miracle Backers all about to, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, about to ice their cakes when they come out of the oven, if you know what I mean. You nod. You do indeed know what she means. So I'm trying to figure out if I have them kiss each other individually or all at once. Wait, how many members was it? 3 of the boys. Oh, okay, a 3-way kiss. That's pretty cool. And if it's all at once, is it like a 2-on-1 situation? Battle Royale? So many options. You gotta go with the Battle Royale. Ginger whimpers from the back of the bakery. Something is beeping and there seems to be a burning smell. In a minute, Ginger! He turns back to you and smiles sweetly. This is a little scary. Okay, so what do you think? You know who would be great for this? The Triple O's. I'm sure they have had this exact experience before. That's true, actually. Yeah. At least like 3 times. It feels like something Dio would try. Oh, you are so right. Thank you. Sorry, my hand looks messed up. I have my cocoa up to my face here. Stay hydrated, y'all. Take a handful of Mamool on your way out. Lulu waves you off. already dialing the polycule frantically, while Ginger looks at you with fear in its eyes, pleading for you to save it. You back away slowly, leaving it to its fate with an apologetic wince. Froggo gives you an accusatory stare. Alright. Oh, I didn't get anything from that. Oh, Kedsley is now at the bakery. Okay. Well, I don't think I really unlocked anything. No, I like that rug more. Oh, that's what I wanted to check. There's no way to update. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to update the difficulty from within here. I mean, that's fine. I'm more invested in this story, to be honest. Oh, cool, we got Leon. Let's go say hi to Leon. Leon has asked you to help out at the studio with a little cleanup. If I ask, you mean you inferred he needed help via his grumbling to you about how stressed he was and how he couldn't find anything in the shop. I'm gonna say it again, that is a cool hookah. You have some free time, and enjoy spending time with Leon even without needles in your skin. So you head down to see them. Hazel flies over to greet you when you arrive, and you give the soft bat a little scratch as she snuggles up on your shoulder. Where's Leon, Hazel? Over here. Leon is on the couch. Excuse me. Leon is on the shop couch, partially hidden behind some boxes. I second-guessed myself on that. He looks exhausted and a little overwhelmed, as expected. Dang, you weren't kidding about needing to clean, huh? Hey, don't judge. You said you wouldn't judge. I'm not judging. I'm just impressed. What's in all of these, anyway? Mostly supplies. Old art mediums I got really excited about buying, and then never ended up using. A lot of gouache, really. Oh, man. I feel like I'm showing my lack of art knowledge. Gouache. What is that? Gouache. Oh, it's a type of paint. Oh, it's a watercolor. Or, I guess a... Excuse me. Acrylic and oil. There we go. Use an opaque painting style and conform a superficial layer. Cool. If you never use them, maybe you should resell them. Or give them away. No, what if I want to use them one day and then I don't have them anymore? That's true. I feel the same way about a lot of the products in my house. I'm not using them, but I might one day. It's kind of funny. I've been collecting vinyl records for a long time, actually. I started back in high school when I was really into like classic and progressive rock. And then when I moved out to California, I was already really into electronic, and that was around the time vinyl kind of started taking off as the preferred kind of medium for artists in terms of like merch, in terms of like collectability. So I probably have like 50 to 60 records in this bedroom right now, and I think I've only listened to 11 or 12 of them. But I want them just in case I ever feel like putting on that record. And I also just like having them so I can look at the art and just know, I don't know, I guess that I'm supporting artists I like. I don't know. Vinyl's awesome, and it sounds great. I gotta tell you, like, I think that I wouldn't really consider myself like a huge audiophile or anything. I do think there is something to the idea that vinyl gives you some of the best quality you're going to get out of an audio recording when you compare it to, like, certainly when you compare it to, like, digital, but even, like, CD or something. The best example of that are probably my Tipper records, which, if you know anything about Tipper, he is a very, very good sound engineer. He mixes and masters all of his shit. He's kind of been in the underground scene for a while. Just recently, I think, started to get pretty big to, like, headline festival, like, mainstream festival status. But his records are some of the cleanest production you will ever hear. Like, it sounds like nothing you'll hear like over a pair of headphones. Hey, Red Seraph, welcome on in. How's Spirit Swap? It's going great. So far, we're just visiting a couple people, seeing where the things are going. Yeah, I think like I said last time, I think this is the quote-unquote dating sim part of it, but right now I'm just chatting with a couple people. I already visited Mo and Lulu, so now we're talking to Leon. But it's good to see you. Welcome on in. Hope you've been having a good day. No, what if I want to use them one day, and then I don't have them anymore? How long have you had these supplies? Like a few years? Leon. Okay, since art school. I was going to do a bunch of traditional work in a bunch of different mediums, but kind of just stuck to sketching and inking, and then tattoos. You know what's really funny? Shoot, I'll go off on another tangent. I also have all of my old college textbooks sitting on the bookshelf to my left, and I have all of my old musical instruments sitting in the closet behind me. I'm the exact same way. I switched to like making electronic music and DJing and just put down the real instruments. I actually made it one of my goals for the rest of the year to get back and do a real instrument. I feel like I need another creative outlet besides just electronic music and DJing. Leon. Okay, fine, and I enjoy buying art supplies. It brings me joy. I can't help myself. Look at all the colors. That's true. Buying stuff makes me feel good. Leon digs their hand into a box and pulls out a handful of, I'm gonna pronounce it wrong, gouache tubes in all kinds of colors. To be honest, probably more colors than what one artist needs. That's so many, dude. They were on sale? Oh, Princess Trashy, welcome on in. Thank you so much for joining. You're doing well. Let me go ahead and give you a shout out too. Princess Trashy. Welcome on in. We are playing some Spirit Swap right now. They were on sale? You raise an eyebrow at this. And you see Hazel shaking her head slowly behind Leon. Yes, good to see you, Trashy. I'm just here to watch. You don't need to shout me out. Thank you, though. No, it's no problem at all. I appreciate you stopping by. I enjoy your streams whenever I pop in. Leon, you're gonna lie to my face? To me? Your friend? Okay, fine. They were at full price. Let's just get this over with. Thank you for your help. You stifle a laugh and get to sorting the boxes. You agree with Leon that he can keep one box of supplies, and the rest has to go. Hazel and Froggo help guard the donation pile from Leon, trying to sneak items back to his ever-growing keep pile. By the end of the day, you've sorted most of the boxes and whittled down Leon's collection to just a single box of supplies that may or may not be used. Thank you, Samar. I feel like I can breathe again. How can I repay you? You have to use the supplies you kept and make something using as many of them as possible. That's a good goal. But why? You need to actually use the things you buy. They're meant to be used. So use them. What about a free tattoo? $200? Leon, use the art supplies. Fine, I will. Are we going to fight spirits this round, or is it just chatting? Leon sighs as you gather up your things and get ready to head out, satisfied with yourself. Thank you for your help, Samar. I'll take care of the rest. No problem, Habibi. But I still want to see art on my desk pronto. Leon does a half-hearted salute as you walk out the door. But you do hope he takes it somewhat seriously. Bye, Samar. See you. He's definitely not going to use those supplies anytime soon. Okay, so this was just a chatting round. Interesting. Usually there's a fight. Oh, we got an alpaca plushie. Oh, I'm gonna go set that up right now. Haha. Hell yeah. There's only one more cozy item? Interesting. It's so cute. Yeah, it is. Look at it. It's got a little scarf and a hat and everything. It's a nice plushie. Alright. Who are we going to go visit next? We got Pookie at the skate park. got the polycule in their enclave. Actually, did that move the meter at all with Leon when I visited him? No, it didn't. Okay. I'm still pretty early in this game. When I logged back on, it said I'm only 20% into the game. I actually want to visit the polycule. I'm gonna force their hands. Bring me to the polycule. What? Oh, come on. Alright, we're gonna try it one more time. If I don't see them, I'll just visit someone else. I keep seeing Kedzie is down at Lulu's Cafe, and I'm pretty sure that's a sign that she wants me to go there too. Okay. Yep, we're gonna see Kedzie. Back to the cafe. Kenzie's always been the type to keep their nose to the grindstone, creating some truly stellar familiar Zmons. Honestly, their mind gets very focused when tech comes up. And tech comes up a lot. But today, the two of you sitting at Lulu's with a large tray of nafe cooling off between you. Maybe tech will wait? Kedzie looks up at the sky towards what you think might be an imaginary notebook, doing calculations while her familiar Z perched on her shoulder. And I already changed the humidity multiple times, and still, it seems that the coefficient of... Whoa, okay. Maybe we could just take a little break from work chat? I'm doing it again, aren't I? Nuts. They look down, a little sheepish. Almost simultaneously, Eenie and Meanie hang their heads. Miney, on the other hand, still looks up at the ceiling like Kedzie was. It's no problem, I really don't mind. I just know you've been working so hard lately. I thought it might be nice to take a break. Just chill a bit, you know? I do love me a good sweet. She grins and takes a sip of her drink. This is almost as good as... She stops, her entire train of thought crashing to a halt. She reaches across the table and takes your shoulder, looking at you directly in the eye. Samar, Kedzie? Tell me you know. You saw the trailer for... Like lightning, you reach back across the table and grip their other shoulder. Wait, could it be? They announced it? A full sequel to the best racing game of all time. The two of you squeal like children, bouncing up and down your seats. Oh, that was that game that I think Kedzie was playing at the cafe. Zoom and Kart 64, that's right. It just looks so spectacular. All the polygons. And new racers. The new battle mode. Just another victory trophy for my collection. They straighten up, squinting their eyes like their glasses were suddenly blurry. Am I not looking at the 3-time loser in Baker's Battle 7's Tasty Tourney update? The defeated dungeon-dwelling dueler of Castle Smash Even Smashier? Hey, let's not forget you already read the preview tips online before we played for both those games. I was coming in fresh. It's like Battle Baker Omega says. Either you come prepared to win, or you've come prepared to lose. She strikes a pose like the black-suited Baker of the game, with all three squirrels standing up straight to match the drama. Well, neither of those were racing games. My immaculate kart skills will leave you on the side of the combat course, eating my dust. You both laugh together, the way long-standing rivals do. You've got a special spot in your heart for games, and you've spent many a competitive late night at the LAN Cafe, with snacks and good-natured shouting. Win or lose, you two always have a good time. I'm just so excited! My thoughts just bounced from the trailer right back to work, though. I forgot to message you about it. I mean, I know what it's like to get hooked into work, but you gotta let those engines cool sometimes, you know? That's why I thought we could hang out here instead of the LAN Cafe this time. You work too hard. How about today we eat snack, talk smack? You're right. It's worth taking the break. Let the brain breathe a bit. Can't force the discovery like wireless magic. Yeah, I see that brain cooking every time I'm in the cafe. Gotta air it out, otherwise. Just like that, Kenzie's looking back at the airborne imaginary notebook, something grabbing her attention. Air it out. What if? Like lightning. She's up out of her seat and racing towards the door. Thanks, Samar! The words hang in the air as you see Kedzie dash back towards the cafe. You smile. Glad you could get them out for a little bit. And besides, more nafe for you, right? That really is how inspiration works. You suddenly get it and you have to, like, quickly act on it or you lose it forever. Or at least just sometime in the future. Ah, the polycule's up. There we go. Let's go say hi to the polycule. Cleaning can definitely be a chore, but you also kind of like it. At least when it's for someone else. That's why you don't mind spending the day helping Cleo, Dio, and Theo with some housekeeping. It's a big space, and it's a nice chance to get to see the trio a bit more individually. Figuring Dio might need the most help, you wave hi to Cleo and Theo, then head upstairs to their loft. Sure enough, it's a scatter of cables and equipment, with stylish clothes strewn all over the place. Thanks for helping me get this place organized, Samar. It gets away from me like BAM! And then I just don't want to do anything about it. Same brain. Lucky for me, most of my cleanings usually just swap in spirits, and I can use spells to get them organized and moved on. Oh, you should totally work on a house cleaning spell. Or maybe we could just use a spirit spell and poof this stuff into the spirit realm. Eh? You know how we feel when spirits just randomly pop into our dimension. Imagine how they'd feel if a bunch of random DJ equipment and clothes just popped into their realm. Or who knows what else. Yeah, you're right. Besides, I like my hardware, and my threads. I've got class. They show off a crop top hoodie, black with images of spirits across the front. I've gotta admit, it looks real good. But even so, there's a lot of stuff in here. You split up the task. You focus on organizing items into semi-sorted piles, and Dio files through them, keeping some things and marking others to give away. Hey, Samar? Yeah, what's up? I just wanted to say thanks. For this? Oh, it's no big. Helping's what I do. I mean, yeah, this is helping me tons, no doubt, but just thanks for being a good friend to me. To all of us, you know. It could have been weird, considering our history. You were worried about that? Come on, we're chill. Yeah, you totally were never worried about that. Right? Ooh. It's not like we had hard feelings when we split up. It was practical. Okay, so there's a lore drop right there these two used to date. Dio takes a button-filled contraption and puts it in a box to give away. If you say so, I'm cool. But I know I've spent some time thinking about it, because those days we had were good days. Know what I mean? Yeah, they were pretty fun. Even back when you were just learning how to DJ. What? You always said you loved my mixes. I did. But just because I loved them... just because I loved them didn't mean that they weren't works in progress, let's say. Whoa, harsh woods, oh swapper of spirits. Let's not forget those early assignments I helped you clean up after. A memory flashes back in your head. Dio scrambling around your house with you, trying to corral a whole mess of spirits that you just couldn't get to match up. Okay, so I didn't always have the pro skills I have today. But it's cool. We both got the skills we wanted out there in the world. And now we still get to share them with each other as buds. Right? Things just get to work out sometimes, I think. Maybe. I'm not sure how much I vibe that, though. Oh? Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's always that easy. You gotta have good people who are willing to talk about stuff, work together to make life work. They turn around from you and dig into a box, working through some assorted items. You might get lucky for a little bit, but what happens when life gets complicated? Maybe like how things work out to put you together, they can also work out to take you apart too. Yeah, sure, there's probably some truth there. All I'm saying is that life's about choices. We don't get to choose a lot of how life works out, but we do get to choose what we get to choose, right? Just like I get to choose to look fly in these shades. They turn around and flash a gigantic pair of oversized star-shaped sunglasses. They press a button on the side and a rainbow of colors scrolls across the lenses. You absolute goof. All I'm saying is that we make choices. It's worth paying attention to those choices, and who makes choices to be in your life. I see you making those choices to be around me, Cleo and Theo. I see you making those choices to build our relationship. I just want to say I see it. And thanks. For all of Dio's high energy and hype, they can also have a softer side too. It usually comes out in little isolated moments like these, but it always feels good when it does. Dio, you big softy. I see you making choices too, making space for me to be a part of your life here in this house. I'm glad we're friends, and I know that's because of choices you're making too. I make good choices, I know, you dingus. You toss an oversized pillow at them and share a deep, comforting laugh. You spend the rest of the afternoon with them, combing through equipment, listening to music, and being glad for the choices you made. Oh, there was some... Okay, there was some really good backstory in there. Oh! Look at that Froggy TV. And looks like it came with... Is that a purple... Is that a purple Dreamcast? I'm trying to figure out what system that is. But it's got what looks like kind of a PlayStation slash GameCube controller fusion. There was some, yeah, I think I like this one a little more. Let's stick with Froggy for now. There were some real good points they were talking about. It's neat that they dated and they're still staying as really good friends. I not to say that that's not possible, but it takes two very mature people, I think, to continue that, because it can get complicated fast. I know both of my relationships, I'm not close to either of my exes at this point. First one, we were separated by distance, so that kind of made it easy for there to be a clean break. Yeah, both parties need to handle that kind of situation. Yeah. Second relationship, we tried to make it work as friends, but I felt like I was still being kind of depended on as if I were a boyfriend. So it was kind of harder for there to be a break. It eventually ended up with me kind of having to make it a break. I wouldn't say it was a very clean break. But yeah, it's definitely doable though. I mean, I think it does also depend on how serious the relationship was. If you just messed around a couple of times, that's something very different than having like a 2 or a 4-year relationship, you know. But yeah, exactly what you're saying, right? It's on both parties to handle it maturely, like adults, right? To recognize that you're still two people that are going their own way, and if you work well as friends, that's fantastic. But yeah, there is an opportunity for things to get a little bit awkward, especially when people start dating again, right? As long as your communication is open, you're willing to hear each other out, that's really all it boils down to. And that's really good relationship advice, no matter what kind of relationship you're going for. A platonic one, a romantic one, you've got to have that communication with them if you want it to be, like, healthy. If me and my fiance ever broke up, it would be devastating. I don't think we would be friends after. Yeah, and to be fair, Trashy, like I said, right, that's kind of what ended up happening with my exes too. Like, I can't imagine it wouldn't feel the same. Yeah. God, not to spend too much time thinking on it, but I mean, like, I'm married now. I couldn't imagine what my life would look like without my wife, you know? So it's not really a life I want to think about, to be fair. But all of that to be saying, yeah, I don't know what that would look like either. I don't know if I could get over that own kind of hump where I've been with her as a partner for 10 years now. Like, that's not something you just kind of easily walk away from, you know. The other thing I wanted to say, I'll go ahead and my final thoughts before I get back to the game here. Dio was talking a lot about, like, we don't get to choose a lot in life, but we do get to choose our choices. I've been thinking about that a lot more recently, right? Is that everyone kind of has their own circumstances that kind of get thrown at them, and you have almost no control over that, right? It's the whims of the universe. Some people are given a lot more and are able to get ahead with a lot more. And really, it sucks that it's like that, because you have so many people who are just given way more than they'll ever need, right? They're given money, they're given security, they're given, I don't know, opportunities for jobs, they're given nepotism, just the ability to move on up with very little resistance, right? Meanwhile, you have people not in very good conditions, not supported by their community or their government, or who are not, I don't know, who just don't have the means to get a better life for themselves, right? It sucks there's that big difference, but you still have some control over the things happening in your life, because that's really all there is, right? Like, what is the meaning of life? I don't know if there is one. It's to exist, right? To do whatever you need to do in order to be happy and live a life full of happiness and love. Unfortunately, it's going to look very different for those two people who are born in different circumstances, but I still think some amount of happiness and love is achievable there. That was a bit of a ramble. Let's get back into this. Who do we have here now? Oh! Okay, Polycule is now at Muscle Beach. I want to see Pookie. Let's go say hi to Pookie. The skate park's weather is great today. You're excited to spend some time with your favorite skates and your favorite skater then. Looking around the usual spots though, you don't see Pookie. Strange. They're usually pretty easy to find at the park. Walking around a bit, you see a splash of color near a park bench. Wait, is that Pookie? Sitting on the bench, but something's different. They're just staring into space, but not the chill way. It's almost like the colors around them are dimmer than usual. Striding over, you try to grab their attention. Pookie Bear! They look up, and for a second they seem almost lost. Before you can catch it, Pookie splats their usual flourish. What's up, Sammy? Time to get them skates on and get that skate on, right? I mean, I am if you are. I mean, we're at the park, right? That's what I do. I mean, are you up to it, though? Pookie rubs their hands together and grins. But you don't quite buy it. Yeah, Pookie... It definitely seems like Pookie is going through something. I get the sense that they're depressed or something based on the last conversation I had with them. So we'll see if it gets a little bit more into that. What, are we gonna act like that didn't just happen? What? Me coming over here and finding you, like, checked out? It's all chill, don't even worry. You give them an accusatory look. But one of the things that Samar had also commented on, right, was Pookie is not the kind of person who will open up if you push them, right? And that's a lot of people, right? They come up with their own kind of coping mechanism. They'll kind of bury it. But if you give them the space and the opportunity to kind of like bring it up in a way that feels natural, it's a lot easier for them to talk about. I don't know. I like to think I'm a little bit of an open book. Like, I'll use a bit of discretion depending on who I'm around. But I don't know, if people are interested, like, I don't necessarily want to hold back, right? If they give the space, I definitely appreciate that. But I also understand knowing that there is an appropriate amount of space that needs to already be there before bringing up issues, especially if it's something that's been weighing on you and is causing you distress. What? We at the park? Weather's great. Time to... Your look intensifies. Sam, I'm good. For real. It's intense look level 3. I don't know if this is gonna work, Samar. Pookie sighs, sitting back down on the bench. Come on, Sam, we're at the park. We talked about talking, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I thought you loved the park. I didn't think it was a gotta-do kind of place for you. Take a seat on the bench for them, next to them. I mean, I love it, but it's not all love. It's work too, you know? But it's my domain, my space where I give. Not my job to put my stuff on others. Were we just talking about you wanting people to help you out sometimes? Look, they don't want to hear me. They just want to skate. Which they, not me. I'm your friend first, remember? I appreciate that, Sam. When I'm here, folks might care about me, but what do they really care about? That grind, that work. I care about them, and I care about the park. So even if I'm having a rough day, I give them what they need. Gotta keep these park vibes pristine. What about your vibes, though? We want pristine Pookie vibes. Exactly. That's why no, for real. Pretending you're okay to not bother others is not a real solution. Yeah, it works rough sometimes, but your people care about you, not just what you give them. Right? They look down at the ground, then over at you. Right? You activate Loving Accusatory Claire level 4. I love that text. Pookie cracks a smile, which breaks into a full laugh. Okay, you're right. Work's gotta get done too, but friends go past the output. Which we want to do if you let us in. You knock on Pookie's shoulder like you're banging on the door. Pookie, let your friends in so we can love you. Okay. Be delicate with me and these fine threads. Are their clothes actually brighter now? Are they? You at least know their smile is. Thanks for asking, Sam. Sometimes just showing that care is all I need. You sure? Because if you want to talk or something's off, we can sit here as long as it takes. I got snacks in my bag. Nah, those got post-shred snacks written all over them. You got statement to do. Pookie gets up, back to a more vibrant self that you actually believe. Maybe they'll want to talk more about things another time, but for now, it's time to get some sweet, sweet skating in. Yep. Sometimes that's the best thing you could do, is just let them know that when they are ready to talk about it, you'll be there for them. Okay, folks, we actually have an ad break coming up. I'm going to go ahead and kick that off now. 3 minutes. Please take the time to get up, stretch your legs, get some water, get some food, use facilities, whatever you need to do. I'll see y'all in 3 minutes. And for those of you who are skipping ads or have a subscription, hello! Hope y'all are doing well. We're just gonna chill out here a couple minutes. Let me go ahead and get a sip of water here. Drink water. Stay hydrated. Ugh. Is low on battery. Let me go ahead and plug that into a charger here. Ugh. You ever have one of those days you just don't feel super duper productive? That was today for me. I don't know. Like, I appreciate that there is downtime at my job if I'm in a position where I just don't have a lot of work coming in. Sometimes my role involves a lot of just waiting for people to get back to me or waiting for really long runs to finish. Some of the debug I'm doing right now, basically it takes me about 6 to 7 hours to know whether or not I've got an error. And if I do, I gotta go in, try and fix it, and then rerun it, and then 6 to 7 hours later see whether or not it's still broken. You know? It's just a lot of trial and error, so I don't know. Hopefully things will kind of pick up a little bit this week. I'm kind of trying to figure out what I want to do next career-wise. I do enjoy what I'm doing right now. I think I have a hard time visualizing where that's going to lead, you know? At least visualize in a way that's not immediately obvious, right? Like, I'm doing a lot of this kind of debug right now, and I see some ways that it could progress, but I'm not really sure I want them. But I've also invested like 10 years into this specific field. So it's like if I were to jump to anything else, it probably would be like a fresh start. And I probably wouldn't be able to get the same kind of roles as if I was sticking in here. I didn't end up getting the job that I applied to. Well, I didn't end up getting either of the roles that I applied to at a different company. So, which, I mean, at this point I've kind of accepted, right? That's the risk you take when you apply to jobs. Sometimes it just doesn't pan out. It wasn't meant to be. We'll find some other roles. In the meantime, it's given me an opportunity to kind of figure out, well, what are the skills that I actually want to build? What is it that I actually want to do, right? Like, one of the roles that I was applying for was more of a software-oriented job, which is not really, like, I do have software experience, but it's not like, I'm not a software engineer, you know? It's a different set of skills compared to what I'm doing right now. I don't know. It's something neat to think about. In the meantime, I could just take some coding classes or stuff. I a couple months ago, I was teaching myself Haskell, which is kind of like it changes the way you think about programming, right? Like, it's a very different language compared to what a lot of standard languages do. So I feel like that'd be a fun opportunity to dive into something new, try to get good at it. Who knows? Maybe that'll be applicable somewhere in the future. Okay, I know ad break finished a bit ago, so welcome on back, everyone. Let's go ahead and jump back into it. I guess we could... I haven't battled in a while. I want to battle. They're chilling. Actually, let's call someone. Let's see what happens. I want to hang out with Mo. Momo! Hey, Samar! Have you heard anything about that new makeup line by Beryl? Oh, yeah. All the new Shadow Vision collabs are so amazing. I've heard rumors, but I haven't seen official promo yet. I'm dying to know if it's true. Their products are the best. They say it's their biggest release yet. I know. Okay, here's the plan. You. Me. New makeup drop. Shopping, hangout, snacks, tea. Teach me all your cool makeup tricks. Wee! Ha! You know I'm in. Keeping my ear to the streets. TTYL. Let's hang out. Oh. Okay. So did that just open up? Okay, perfect. So that did just open up an opportunity with them. That was at the same opportunity. You arrive at Mo's apartment and softly gasp. Her living room is transformed into a cozy spa. Soft R&B music plays in the background, and the room is filled with a relaxing scent. There are candles, face masks, and a foot bath ready. Welcome to our very own private spa. Ready to get pampered? This looks amazing, Mo. You really went all out. Of course. Only the best for us. Want to start with the foot bath? Gah. You know feet gross me out. But fine, yes please. That actually sounds divine. You take a seat on the sofa next to Mo, then dip your feet into the warm, bubbling water. Yeah, this is heavenly. It's like a 5-star spa experience. Ooh, next let's do face masks. Pedicures feel so good. I actually got a pedicure 3 weeks ago, I think. It was while I was traveling down to LA for that Reefapalooza thing. Oh my god, it felt great. I made this one myself. I use it every day, and it'll leave your skin feeling and looking amazing. Bring on the glam. Mo applies the face mask onto your face. It tingles a bit, but it's cool and refreshing. She applies one to herself as well. Now we just sit back and let the masks work their magic. How about some cucumber slices for the full effect? You laugh. Try not to move your face too much while with the mask still on. Why not? Let's go all in. You grab the cucumber slices and place them onto your eyes. You both lean back, enjoying the music in the moment. This is perfect. I feel like I'm at a luxurious resort. That's the idea. We both deserve some peace and relaxation. It's been ages since I've done things like this. Maybe we can make it a weekly thing? Especially after a long day of swapping spirits? Ooh. Our own little escape from reality. Exactly. We could also try some DIY scrubs next time. I'm all for it. After a few moments pass, you peek from underneath the cucumber. Hey, it's your turn. How about a hand massage? That sounds wonderful. Mo grabs some oil she infused with jasmine from the tray and hands it to you. You take her hand and start the massage. This is really soothing. You have a strong technique, too. She pauses briefly and gives you a long look, her slight smile curling her lips. You always know how to make things better. Aw, this is really sweet. Always happy to make you smile. You continue chatting and laughing, feeling rejuvenated, as you make plans with Mo for future spa days together. Aw. Okay, we did get a heart from that. Listen, you can't do a nice, sensual hand massage like that and, I don't know, not grow closer, I feel like. You grew closer to Mo. There are new events to discover. Nice! Oh, the next one's voiced. And it's a major event. Okay, I'm jumping right into it. I'm sorry, y'all. We're spending a lot of time on Mo this session. Also, I get to give my voice a break doing this one. You step onto the floor Mo lives on, and immediately you smell it. Something herbaceous, heady, and almost citrus-scented is floating in the air. She must be brewing something. You miss the scent of Mo's experiments. You instinctively open the door first, then catch yourself and remember to announce your arrival.
Knock, knock! It's your favorite tea, wench! I'm here to collect on promises of a wicked brew.
Oh, there. Just in time, too. Good nose on this tea, wench, huh?
I knew I smelled herbs. Is that your own salon blend?
Mo smiles and brings out a glossy black kettle emanating the most intoxicating perfume of tea, 2 delicate matching cups, and a tray of baklava. Ooh. Oh, I could go for some fucking baklava right now. After you both partake in the soothing brew and sweet treats, she finally looks up to you and sighs.
Much better. I think I'm ready to talk now.
She's ready to talk, y'all. She's ready to talk.
As you wish. I'm all ears.
It's gonna take me a minute to say everything, so please bear with me.
I got my cup of tea.
I'm not the best at showing weakness.
Spill that tea, Mo. You nod and smile, but don't chime in.
All right. Here goes. I loved Iskandar. I still do. They've always been my best friend and my other half. When we finally started dating, I was so happy. I somehow knew from the moment I met them, I wanted them. I wanted to be with them. We quickly became best friends, and becoming romantic with them was so easy. It just made sense. Felt like they wanted me as much as I wanted them. Felt right.
It's kind of trending like Iskander was the one that possibly initiated the end of the relationship. Because it feels like Mo's still feeling those feelings right now.
They were my first everything. They were attentive to my needs, understood when I got in my moods, and this is corny, but they taught me things about myself I didn't even know. I found out the hard way, though. It can really change things when you date your best friend.
Yeah. You see a side of them that you didn't see previously, right? I don't know. I think in general, whether people don't know it or not, there is a little bit of just a little bit of a facade that gets put up with their interactions. And I think that facade slowly comes apart the more you get to know them. Because you can really see, like, I don't know. I feel like you really get to see what they act like when the guardrails they have in place aren't there, right? Because you're seeing them at their most vulnerable.
What happened?
Mo sighs.
I can't say exactly when, but one day.
One day?
It seemed like they stopped caring.
They checked out.
For a year, I thought it was me. Perhaps I asked for too much, or I was just the one who let the anxiety get to me. Maybe I was the one who gave up on our relationship. I convinced myself I was the problem for so long and never stopped to consider to ask Ishq if anything was wrong. I continued as if nothing had changed. It ruined our relationship.
There is definitely something to be said about being able to recognize when the relationship is in trouble. And I can absolutely say with to be perfectly honest, right, both of my past long-term relationships went way longer than they should have, right? That is a weakness of mine, is that I'm unable, or at least I was in those cases, unable to see that the relationships had run their course. And I was still clinging on to them, either with this idea that nothing needed to change, or that I could save them somehow, or that it was the right thing to save them. I think a lot of people grow up with this warped idea that maybe not even necessarily. I think it comes from a good place, right? Love is work, right? Let's get that out of the way, right? There's this fairy tale idea that love is something that magically happens to you from the moment you see someone attractive, and as long as you two are there for each other, everything's going to be good. But the reality is, it's work. Right. There are going to be days where you frustrate each other. There are going to be days where you don't want to be in the same room as each other. But that is something you work through, right? You talk to each other. You understand where each other is coming from. You figure out their communication styles. You figure out how you can actually bridge that gap, right? And you work on it. You find common ground. You find ways that you both want to progress through life, and the best relationships work out because you're not just two people that have lives trending in the same direction. It's two people with one shared common goal, right? To be this couple, to be this unit. So, where was I going with God? Oh no, I was rambling. Shit. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, all that to say, relationships are work. I think I said something similar before, but that goes whether it's romantic or platonic. So that is also kind of a double-edged sword, though, because you're putting all this work into the relationship. It can be hard to know when you're working towards something that can't actually be fixed, right? It is possible for two people to just not work well together, to not be compatible, right? When two people don't have the same goals or they disagree on some pretty fundamental things, right? It doesn't really matter, I think, it doesn't really matter how much work you two are willing to put into that. That's going to be an issue, right? And the work is just going to be that much harder. Yeah, I kind of realized that both me and both my exes, that was the realization I came to, right, was that our long-term goals were too different. I didn't really see us working out in healthy ways. My last ex and I, definitely don't want to get into this too much on stream. We weren't well together. We did not work very well together. I don't think we handled our issues with that much grace or maturity. It definitely involved a lot of arguments. Connecting to chat. Oh, did I get kicked off the internet? Okay, I'm back now. So yeah, there is a lot of wisdom in being able to recognize when a relationship has run its course. And I honestly, like, I think if you're in a position where you're recognizing that, it's going to hurt either way. It's going to hurt whether you end the relationship once you realize that, or when you end the relationship after putting in more work to make it work, when it definitely won't, right? At that point, you gotta ask yourself, is the extra time you're gonna spend trying to make it work worth it? Maybe it is, right? Everyone's got different priorities, everyone's got different goals in this life. I don't think Mo was necessarily wrong here to try and continue the relationship, knowing that maybe it was running its course, but who knows, right? You're only getting a snapshot into what Mo and Ish's relationship were like.
I wasn't happy, and neither were they. We both could feel it. We felt the need to break up, but we just couldn't let go.
Now, something that also happens is that sometimes people will break up and then come back together. And that might not even be a one-time thing. That might happen continuously. That's what happened with my first ex and I. She broke up with me, and then a week later we were back together.
I admit, I started to resent them. I was so irritated with them at times. We would fight over the smallest things.
Yeah, we were all there for that.
Oh, yep. And that's the thing too, right? Is that your friends will absolutely see that you're continuously fighting, right?
Was it that obvious?
I'm sorry, Mo. It absolutely was. Your friends knew.
To be perfectly honest, even then, I don't think I was ready to give up on us yet. I felt as if I could still save the relationship if only I tried hard enough. But that only ever seemed to make it worse. When I finally dumped them,
Okay, so Mo was the one who initiated it.
I know it was a big fight, but I didn't mean any of the things I said to them.
Are you sure?
I...
You did just say you felt guilty. Did you feel guilty for telling the truth?
I suppose there may be some truth to that.
Momo.
Okay, fine. I felt guilty because it was the truth. Everything I said to Ishq during that fight were things I have wanted to say to them for a year. It felt so good to finally let it out.
Yeah, and that's another big thing, right? Is you have these concerns, something your partner is doing is either pissing you off or not sitting right with you, and either you don't want to disturb the peace of your relationship or you don't think it's that important or worth arguing with over, so you just push it down. And that just makes you resent it even more until you actually really can't hold it, right?
And in saying all of those things, I realized how much I was ready to move on. They'll always be dear to me, but I'm different now. I want different things from a partner. The worst feeling is I know I hurt them. And I know we will probably not go back to what we were.
Have you tried talking to them since?
I don't think they want to talk to me.
They're also coping in their own way.
How do you know that?
Would you want to talk to someone who dumped you?
I'd say this is a little different. You two are besties. Would it help if I set up a meeting and act as a mediator?
Samar, you're a darling, but I messed this up. I should be the one to fix it.
It takes at least two to make it a relationship. You're not the only one who contributed to it. You have got to be kinder to yourself.
Yep. She acted with as much tools as she had at the time. There's nothing wrong with how she acted, especially if now she's learned something about herself from that relationship. But there's no point in, I don't know. You don't have to beat yourself up over it.
Mo, you have to forgive them. But you also maybe have to forgive yourself. Relationships are hard. Really hard.
Their work.
Iskander is still your friend. Our friend. I know you miss them.
I do. I do. Miss them a lot. I'll think about this. Maybe I can try to speak to them at some point.
That's the spirit. If you need anything, and I mean anything,
You will be there. I know. You tell me all the time.
that's what besties do.
That is what besties do.
You two sit in silence for a moment. The tense air in the room starts to dissipate.
So, do you have anyone you're interested in?
Oh, do I? I have what? 9 different... What is it? I think it's 9 or 8 different people we can date in this game. And one of them's a polycule.
Not sure.
You're not sure?
She's still figuring it out.
Yeah, I don't know. There are so many hot people I care intensely about. How do I even decide who I want to pursue?
You are so corny. Why not follow your heart then? Or date them all? You sure have the energy for it.
Date them all. There we go.
I mean,
100%
dating
that
multiple
shit.
people at once does have a certain appeal, but I don't know. It's a lot of work.
I wonder if that's something the developers took into consideration. Like, does the dialogue change if you're getting super close to multiple people at once versus just like one? I'm guessing probably not, but you may be a fan of chronic oversharing, but that's for when others do the sharing bit. If you're being honest with yourself, there's always been something about Mo that made you too shy to talk about love, and dating. Now you think about it, you're starting to feel nervous. Do you dare? It's now or never. Shoot your shot with Mo. Ooh! I could either hold the kissing or do it, obviously. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like,
what about this really pretty girl in front of me right now? How would I ask her out?
yeah, get it, Samar.
I beg your pardon? Samar.
Oh, shit. Fuck. I fucked that up. You're not sure why you blurted all that out when she was just telling you she's not over her ex. Yeah, that was some, that was a massive lack of self-awareness there. Oh, dear. You immediately regret your words and try to backpedal.
Too corny. I knew it. I should have pretended to yawn and put
Oh,
my arm around your
Samar.
shoulders.
No. Slow down, Samar. Slow down. Rein it in.
No, wait. Samar, I love you, but I just don't know if I'm ready to get into another relationship and with another best friend so soon. Although, I wouldn't be against at least going on a date and seeing how we vibe.
You got your in. You got your in. Hang on. Bup. We did it, folks. We got her in. You look her in the eyes to feel the truth of her words. What if she's just afraid to lose another friend? It's out in the open now, so you try to find the words to make it work.
I'm a little worried you're saying that because you think you're hurting my feelings, so I need you to listen to what I'm about to say, okay? Nothing will change between us if you say no.
Mission accomplished. Hell yeah.
Oh, Frog. This is so messy. But
She likes you. She likes you. You smell the girl boss. Hello, Zaf. Welcome on in. We're shooting our shot with Mo right now. Come on, Mo. Come through. Come through.
you know I wouldn't just say something like that if I didn't mean it.
Hell yeah. No, Samara's got some serious riz. Zaf, so what you just missed here, Mo just went in deep with her feelings about how she had broken up with Iskander and talked about how she's not ready to start another relationship. So I just jumped in and said I'd be interested in dating her, and she's like, well, yeah, let's give it a shot.
I'm curious, to be honest. I'd like to see how things evolve between us. It might help shake me out of my funk. You just have to promise me one thing.
Nuclear riz, I can promise her that.
What is it?
If you don't want to do this anymore, you have to let me know. I can handle honesty. I don't think I can handle being strung along.
Interesting. Okay. That's actually really that's really interesting. So I wonder then if this game has like a concept of. So I wonder that if Mo's dialogue would change if you get far with her and then start dating other people.
I pinky promise.
Extend your pinky towards her, beaming. She giggles and does the same, locking pinkies with you as you shake on it.
Pinky promise. Now. Please excuse me. I have some thinking to do. I do have an ex to confront.
Can you please try talking it out calmly before escalating to a confrontation? Please?
Right. I will try that talking thing you are so enamored with.
You gulp down the last of the tea, give her a kiss on the cheek, and make your way out. Mo is very protective of their alone time. It's one of the many things you love about them, and a skill you're still working on yourself. You hope she finds the closure she needs. Alright! We got pretty far with Mo there. Yep. Feelings have been caught. Okay. Wow. Yeah, we definitely just went for it there. Okay. Who do I want to go for next? I want to match more. I want to do more matching. Leon, give me a spirit swap. You rap your knuckles on Leon's door, playful. He doesn't have clients booked today, so you made plans to do some creative together alone time. It's just another way of saying working on creative things separately while in each other's presence, which can be a mouthful. You don't do very well left to your own devices for too long, despite your insistence on living outside the city, so your friends do this to help you stay connected. I just now picked up on that. Yeah, because the diagram shows her house is outside the city, while everyone else is, like, pretty scattered inside it. So you're basically spending, like, a day, then going into the city, visiting one particular friend, and then going out, huh? Leon opens the door, his slight smile betraying his usual put-on stoic persona. Right on time, only an hour late, as per usual. I got us snacks to make up for it? Already forgiven. I took the extra time to tidy up and light some candles. Maybe there's robust public transit. Actually, that's probably the real answer, right? Isn't that funny? A little sad. Living in a place that doesn't have good public transit, you think, oh, it's got to take, like, what, hours to get through the city to where you need to go? It's like, no. It's literally, like, minutes. Maybe 30 minutes at that. All that for little old me. Goodness, I'm feeling bashful already. I meant to playfully, but Leon blushes and starts fumbling their words. It's so easy to mess with him. Yeah, where I live, public transit is not that great. Or at least you don't have to be in charge of the vehicle. Yeah, that's true. Or maybe traffic is just actually, like, pretty easy to get through. Then again, I don't really get the sense that any of these characters have vehicles, so it probably is, like, public transit or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. And the biggest city near me is San Francisco, so it's like, when you're in SF, it's pretty easy, I think, to get to different parts. It could still take easily, like, an hour to take public transit from one side of the city to the next. Compared to something like New York City, where it's just super duper easy. I love it. New York figured out public transport so long ago. Yeah, some magic lines you could zip along, probably. Yeah, that's true. We don't know exactly how it works in this game. Maybe it is, like, near instantaneous, or it's just super quick. You meant it playfully, but Leon blushes and... Okay, I already read that. No, it's not. I mean, I do this for any of my friends, but I just... Relax, babe. I'm just joshing. Thank you for making the space extra cozy for us. They tend to hide another furious blush by pretending to yawn. It's endearing in its own silly way. Right. Come in. Leon leads you into their shop where they made space in a comfy corner. It's complete with floor seating, heaps of art books, and a few fragrant candles wafting sweet anise into the air. He disappears again, hastily placing a "Sorry, we're closed" sign in the shop window and puts some chill music on. Miss... How do you pronounce it? Is it Mix? I actually probably should look it up. Because I've seen the prefix many, many times, but I've never actually talked to someone who uses it. You've heard Mix, the pronunciation. Okay, thanks. Yeah. Very nice. Mix, Samar's favorite, lo-fi beats. You beam at him, settling into the fluffiest floor cushion and grabbing a book from the nearby pile. It's an old, seemingly well-loved art history textbook. You flip through its yellowed pages, taking in its old, comforting scent as it mingles with the anise filling the room. You stop to admire handwritten notes and annotations scribbled in the margins in so many colored pencils. Construction lines added onto classical paintings. Hey, is this from your art school days? Leon's gaze flickers up at you from their sketchbook. He puts the pencil down and scoots closer to look at the book with you. His eyes narrow in recognition. Oh, yeah, this is my favorite textbook. It holds so much beautiful art and history. I couldn't throw it away or donate it. It's really important to me, though I can't exactly tell you why. You don't really talk much about your time in school, so I guess I always assumed you hated it. You don't say what you entirely mean. You don't look like the type to enjoy school. I don't really think about it too much. If I were to reflect on it, art school in particular was a great time for me. It was? Kinda. I fought really hard to go. My parents really wanted me to be a doctor, or a lawyer, or an engineer. Yeah, been there. You let out a laugh. Some things do tend to be, unfortunately, universal. Leon almost breaks into a small chuckle, too. Yep, that's it. To be honest, I've always enjoyed biology, so I was slated to go into pre-med. I'd made it in, but I had also applied to art school behind my parents' back. That does sound more like you. I wasn't really planning on going. I just wanted to see if I could get in, you know? And you did. It did. So I thought about it for a long time. I've always had an interest in biology, the human body, what makes us tick, but it wasn't a scientific interest. It was the need to mold and express flesh, to make my outsides reflect my insides. They look away, brushing a strand of hair out of their face and stucking it behind a horn. It's silly, forget it. Is it silly? It all makes perfect sense to me. You run your fingers on your tattoo sleeve, the one he's given you over your years of friendship. I understand what you mean. I really do. He looks back at you. You wing, hoping it was more charming than awkward, and point at the pink horns on your head. Body mods as art, self-expression through altering biology. Hell yeah. And I mean tattoos too, to be fair. Leon is completely red now, trying to brush it off with a smile. They grew those horns for you. I have a very deep appreciation for people who go out and get tattoos. Like, I think that is really cool to have this idea of a way to express art on your body and then going out and getting it done. I've wanted to get a tattoo for a while. I just haven't figured out exactly what I want tattooed yet. I'm sure I'll figure it eventually. It's probably going to be something music related, knowing me. Or like a psychedelic kind of trippy art piece. Yeah, I really want to get a full back one, but I got to save up for that. Yeah, I'd probably start off with like an upper sleeve or something. You know, something that hides well in like professional settings, but then I don't know, if I see like a way for it to develop, I'm not opposed to exploring that. I'm a little nervous about getting something on my back because I've heard those can be a bit painful. I am not super great with pain. I think the upper arm would probably be the perfect place for me to start. Yeah, I'm glad you like them. Thank you for trusting me with your biology. And I'll do it again. Don't you dare doubt me. Or you. I'm still not growing you a pair of wings, though. That's too tacky even for... You launch the closest cushion directly at his head before he can finish that sentence. A much more reasonable start. I just want to get a certain kind of angel wing, and it's been in my head for like... That would be awesome. Yeah, you should definitely go for that if you have an idea of how that's going to look. One of my really close friends in college ended up designing a rainbow butterfly that she got tattooed onto her own back. I believe it was meant in tribute to her mom that had passed away from cancer. It is a gorgeous piece. So yeah, I think wing tattoo. Yeah, it was amazing. It came out so pretty. Yeah, I think if you have like an idea for like a wing that you want to get done, yeah, you should go for it. At least if you have that idea of the plan. I've also heard, I don't know, Seraph, if you already have tattoos. I've also heard that it's apparently easier getting the next tattoos after you get the first one. It's usually the first one that's the biggest hurdle to get over. Because once you get the first one, you can be like, okay, well, that wasn't too bad, and now I got a tattoo, and now I can think of what the next one's going to be like. But if you're going from no tattoos to your first tattoo, that's a little bit more difficult to kind of get to. At least that's what I've heard. An indignant whelp later, you both find yourselves amidst a full-fledged pillow war with your familiar Z scrambling around the room to blow out the candles and avert disaster. Oh yeah, I've definitely heard that too. Really breaks down the mental barrier. Yeah, exactly. This one isn't exactly productive, but it was fun. You're excited to spend more time with Leo. Okay, did that make us closer? Hey, there we go. There are new events to discover. I could maybe start with the simple back of the hand, but I'm really excited to get wings if I can find an artist setup. Yeah. Yeah, but best of luck to you on that. I hope you're able to find that artist and it comes out exactly the way you want it to. If you find a good enough artist, then you've got nothing to worry about, right? So, I guess I should talk to Iskander. I haven't talked to him at all this playthrough. You walk along the beach, determined to find Iskander and make them talk about what they've been going through. You can see them practicing their stretches and take a deep breath to prepare yourself. Hey, Isk. Alright, you got this. Time to make Isk talk about their feelings. If it isn't my fellow Thembo, someone. You're making up words again. I don't know why, I can kind of imagine like a Dio kind of voice on him. Like kind of just this extra flamboyant kind of like voice. I'm not. It's kind of like himbo. You know, the contraction for humongous and boo. Humongous? I just use the variation of it with themungus instead of humongous, obviously. That's a fusion of him and humongous. You know what? No, it's okay. I'll bite. So it makes one of them, though. I'm so glad you asked. There's been argument on what constitutes a himbo or thembo. It's a hotly debated topic among himbologists. Oh, there's a study, field study, himbology. Of course, you have to have humongous boobs. That's in the name after all. That's Latin, by the way. But, like, even if you're lacking in the bosom, just having muscles will do. Okay, so they're both humongous then. That's not all. You also have to be very small brain. Only one brain cell can fire at a time. Yeah, that tracks. This is getting more insulting by the second. And last but not least, you have to have a kind heart. Okay, hold on a second. Let me recap. You have to be buff. The bigger the better. Not very bright. Can't waste blood flow on the brain when you got all those muscles. And kind? Exactly. Some people will tell you being thick of ass and light of brain is enough, but they're wrong. I see. You gotta be kind too, or else you're just another meathead. Iskander laughs their boisterous laugh. The sweat purling on their pecs flies off and almost hits you square in the face. See? You got it, Samura. Yeah, okay. I see it. I'm a demo. Iskander flexes and winks at you over a very muscular pair of finger guns. That's the spirit. Swole of flesh, light of brain, and trying your best. You laugh your most boisterous laugh with his hands on your hips and head thrown back. A seagull joins in. When you stop laughing and look around you stop laughing and look around, Iskander's nowhere to be found. They manage to weasel their way out of talking about their problems again. Oh, they just ran away. You swear you'll get them next time. Alright. Oh, that's cute. Little flower fridge. I like the star fridge more. Let's go back to the beach to talk to Polyfuel. Looking for a change of pace and scenery, Cleo suggests that you all spend some time at the beach. After closing down the space for the day, 3 of them came to meet you down near the outdoor gym. The boardwalk bustles this time of day, which makes for some good people watching. After grabbing some snacks from a local food stall, the 4 of you stroll around and take in the world around you. Wonderful as the garden is, I always appreciate the feeling of warm sun near the splashing of the waves. It just soothes me. I 100% agree with that. Even I find it kind of mellow down here. At least when I'm not getting into some beach volleyball. Wait, since when do you play volleyball? I love it! Tried it once when I was down here waiting for Theo to finish their workout, and someone accidentally hit a ball my way. They asked me if I wanted to play, and I'm like, I gotta turn down a challenge. I mean, it wasn't a challenge, but you get my point. Anyway, I got in there and had a great time. I even tried a spike or two. He stopped, giving them a playful side-eye. Dio's ambitious for sure, but not the tallest member of much any crew. How did that work out? I mean, I said I tried. So maybe I ended up a little tangled in the net. It's okay though, we all had a good time. The four of you laugh as you continue the walk down the beach itself. The weather's perfect, a slight breeze brushing across your cheeks. Days like these remind me of when we first started dating. Takes you back a little bit, doesn't it, Theo? It does. Theo reaches over and holds Cleo's hand as they walk, sliding closer so they're walking shoulder to shoulder. Theo starts to beam a little bit, witnessing the two of them get closer. Oh, I love it when you share those moments. Gets me all melty inside. You goof. You reach the beachfront itself, seeing it full of various folks enjoying the waves and the general atmosphere. You can hear the clanging metal of the weights in the outdoor gym, various grunts and cheers coming from lifters getting their gains. That's when you see a familiar lifter in particular waving from a distance. Iskander. Of course they'd be here on a day this nice. It's a chance to pump iron with lots of friends and show off to lots of new people too. Speaking of volleyball, there's someone I'll bet would make a great teammate. Let's round them up and play. Theo shrugs her shoulders, still smiling. Not today. I don't think I'm quite dressed for the occasion, Dio, but we'd be happy to cheer you on. Hey, that's great too. I love me some good fans. Samara, you game? Maybe? Give me a second to think it over. That's fair. I did just spring it on ya. I'll run over and ask Ish. Before you know it, they're speeding off towards the gym in Iskander's excited reception. The two of them suddenly change pace, running a fake slow-mo towards each other. Love it. You, Cleo, and Theo share a playful chuckle as you continue walking in the gym's direction, taking your time. Dio's really something, aren't they? Definitely. Not too many out there like them, that's for sure. You know, I'm curious. What was it that drew you two to them? We had some great time when we were together years ago, but you've gotten to spend more time with them, especially after we split, and I went abroad for a bit for swapper training. Cleo takes a wistful sigh as she thinks back. Theo, you started seeing Dio first. What ties you to them? Theo blushes a bit, looking Dio's direction. Dio and Iskander are at each other now, leaping into the air and colliding for a giant hug. Their energy made me feel good. Made me feel safe. Like you. Cleo flushes slightly. They're the type of person who wears all their emotions on their face, clears freshly painted glass. I so love that I can provide that space of safety and peace for you, Theo. It truly makes me feel so much joy. Y'all are so cute, I just love it. A lot of people might feel awkward being around someone they used to see and their current partners, but spending time with the triple O's, as they call themselves, always makes you feel lighter. You've all been honest and open with each other since the three of them started dating, and that's made space for you to feel respected as their friend. Wait, are they? Cleo points over to the gym, where three of you see Dio over squat rack with Ish. Ish just finished a massive set, and it looks like they're gonna have Dio try? That seems like it could be a bit much. Dio! Dio's voice cuts through the beach air, seemingly breaking Dio out of a sort of trance. You can see them laughing, patting Ishka on the back and pointing towards some nearby volleyball nets. Too excited, but in a good way. It's true, Dio does like to just charge into whatever they do. We have a way of balancing each other out, don't we? We do. Aw, y'all are so cute, I love it. The three of you continue to walk towards the volleyball nets, where you then watch Dio and Ish play some 2-on-2 beach volleyball with a couple other lifters, and there's Ish right now. Even in their signature torn jeans, Dio makes some good plays. Afterwards, the five of you grab some ice cream and spend the evening together watching the sunset. All in all, a pretty great day. Yeah, they all seem like really open with each other, which, I mean, again, I have said it before, right? Communication is key in any relationship, and I'm sure that absolutely goes for polyamorous relationships as well. I will say, oh nice, we got our 2 hearts. I will say, like, I definitely don't have an experience in that department. I've been monogamous for or monoamorous. What's I guess it is just monogamous. Well, especially considering I'm already married, right? Okay. We can get closer to Leon. Oh, butterflies. Okay, so the little descriptor on the name changes depending on how close you get. Okay, who should we go for next? I like both of these. I like Leon and I like the polycule. I'm tempted to go with the polycule just to see what that'll be like. For like, because I assume the way they're going to set it up is you're essentially developing a relationship with all 3 of them at once, right? It's not like, oh, you're redeveloping your relationship with Dio, and then there you're into the rest of the relationship, right? It's got to be like natural. Yeah, let's see what happens. Also, they're going to speak, so I can take another break with my voice. You enter the polycule's home and find Dio, Cleo, and Theo scattered around their living room.
Hey guys. Is everything alright? You guys seem kinda off.
Yeah, I think it'd be with all 3 of them. Yep, that's what I think too.
We're fine.
You don't sound fine.
Totally fine.
Neither do you.
Absolutely normal.
Super normal.
You sure?
3 of them tense minutely, watching each other warily. They literally just all had a big argument.
Well, some of us are a teeny bit sleep deprived.
Yikes, that sucks.
Because some of us don't know when to turn the music down.
Looking at you, Dio.
Oh.
Well, some of us never tell other people when they're upset and just keep it to themselves.
We've told you.
Bullshit. I would have remembered.
Theo cuts them off with a
That's rich.
This is escalating a little too fast.
Wait, hold on.
You just couldn't hear us over your music.
Ugh. Listen.
We've listened plenty. All the time.
If you guys just told me instead of bottling it up.
We wouldn't bottle it up if you just listened to us.
Dio and Theo fall silent, stunned at Cleo's uncharacteristic outburst. Cleo winces, embarrassed. Your eyes start between the 3, unsure of what to expect. So this has been building up for a while. Like, they've made little comments in past interactions saying like, oh, like Dio's blasting their music again, just kind of doing their thing. And Dio is very much the kind of person that kind of needs to be told when something they're doing is too much. I don't think Dio's doing it maliciously. I think Dio just is super fixated on their music, you know? Like, and if that's like to the point where it's causing other people like either stress or like frustration, that's something that they kind of need to be told about so that they can appropriately deal with it. Like, it's not obvious to them necessarily.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell.
Dio scratches the back of their neck awkwardly.
It's fine. We were kind of getting out of control anyway.
Yeah, the fixation and slight forgetfulness that it can cause stress to others does sometimes happen. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? No one's a mind reader, right? If something you're doing is causing someone else stress, there's a very real chance that you might not be aware of it. Someone needs to speak up about it, right? Theo says nothing but concedes a stiff nod. Silence hangs heavy over the room. None of them met each other's eyes. You can't take this much longer.
Hey, this is starting to feel like something I shouldn't be here for. Should I go?
They were surprised to see the 3 of them shake their heads almost in unison.
No!
We'd appreciate it if you stayed.
Dio nods in agreement.
Mm-hmm. I think we need another person here to help us talk it through.
Oh, we're gonna mediate. Theo slants them a look.
Well, maybe not just any person.
If it's not too much to ask, I'd really appreciate your help, Samar. I think we need someone to help us stay grounded.
Oh, so yeah, they're giving her an opportunity here.
All right, I'll stay.
Cleo sighs a relief, and you see Dio and Theo's shoulders relax as the tension starts to
But
abate.
only if you communicate with each other. Please don't use me as a shield.
The three of them nod in
In
agreement.
that case, I'm gonna do my best to let you guys do the talking. I'll step in if I think things are escalating too much. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Cleo still looks a bit shaken, and Dio and Theo look at them in concern. They shrink under the scrutiny.
Theo, I'm sorry I yelled at you.
Babe, it's okay. You've really been on edge lately.
You noticed?
Dio looks mildly offended.
Of course. We live together.
Then, why didn't you do anything?
Dio's gaze slides to the side.
Well, you weren't saying anything, so I wasn't gonna push you for an answer.
But I want you to. If you see that I'm struggling, I'd rather know you're concerned than have you act like nothing's going on.
Cleo's the boiling point for Theo and Dio. Yeah, looks like it.
All right. I'll try.
You catch Theo's brow furrowing. You should probably step in.
Hey, Cleo? Why have you been struggling lately?
Cleo hesitates, looking at Dio wearily. They look at Theo for help. Theo blushes.
Dio, Cleo and I love you and your music. We want you to do what you love, but it feels like you forget to accommodate what we love.
I can kind of see that. With Dio being so fixated and obsessed with their music, I don't hear a lot about what it is that Theo is interested in or Cleo's interested in. Like every time we're over at the Polycules place, the focus is usually on Dio's music, whether they're doing a DJ set or whether they're organizing like some of their DJ equipment.
My library is my sanctuary. It's hard to maintain that peace when the outside world is too loud to ignore.
Wow, that's the most you've heard Theo talk ever. You try not to let your surprise show. Dio also looks taken aback. They quickly hide it with a frustrated frown.
That's totally fair, but you guys know I'm easily distracted. You're gonna have to tell me this stuff more than once. But turning down the volume's an easy fix. Why didn't you say this sooner?
Well, it's not just the volume, though.
Dio's frown softens at Cleo's obvious distress.
Go ahead.
Oh, is it just the time away from the rest of the group?
Well, Dio, it can be hard to listen to you DJ all the time.
Dio frowns and opens their mouth. You shoot them a look before they can say anything.
I love that you're so passionate about it, and you're so talented. Your music is incredible. But sometimes, I feel like that's the only thing
Yeah.
you care about.
Yeah.
Not that you don't care about us, but you prioritize it over almost everything. And when we've tried to talk to you about lowering the volume or spending more time with us, you say you will and then forget your promise.
That is a difficult balance, I think, that to achieve. I am very much the type of person that craves and requires my own, like, me time, so to speak. I have specific nights that I'll dedicate to streaming, to playing games, to working on stuff behind the scenes, catching up on YouTube videos. Like, I need that time to myself, right? If I don't have that, I get cranky, I get antsy, I'll get anxious. Like, I think part of that is just, part of it is being an introvert, but part of it is also just, I don't know, needing to kind of fulfill that in order to feel like productive on my own terms, right? Not even necessarily in the context of like work or even getting things completed. Just feel like we're doing something for us, right? Not necessarily in service of anything else. And And that's a balance that has to be had, right? Because you can't just sink yourself into your hobbies and then ignore your partner. Like, that doesn't work.
It's hard to hear you lose yourself in the music and forget about me. About Theo. Us.
Cleo looks genuinely upset now. Both Theo and Dio look around with panicked expressions.
Hey, come here.
Dio rushes over to Cleo and sweeps them up in a tight
I
embrace.
could never forget about you. You two drive me to be better as a person and as a musician every day.
They press a kiss to Cleo's forehead.
I don't love you any less just because I get super fixated on something.
I'm gonna very quickly snooze this ad. I want to get through the rest of this conversation before I start the next ad break.
But I'm sorry that it got to this point anyway. I'm sorry that thought even crossed your mind.
Can I just say, this is really fucking, like, healthy communication that's happening right here. This is how all issues in relationships should be handled. We can learn a lot from this polycule, y'all. Dio looks over at Theo from where they're holding
And-
Cleo.
I'm sorry that I messed with the vibes of the library. I know how much it means to you. I didn't mean to upset that balance or ignore your concerns.
Theo nods slowly. She cautiously moves to sit next to Cleo and Dio, yelping when Dio wraps her up in the hug as well.
Thanks. Sorry I kept it to myself for this long. It can be hard to confront things like this, especially with people I love.
I am not confrontational, so I very much relate to that.
I don't want to risk losing you to something petty like this.
Dio rolls their eyes.
It's not petty if it affects you like this, babe. What's petty is keeping the shit to yourself and getting mad when no one reads your mind.
Yep. That sounded like a jab, but Theo just huffs and rolls her eyes over her
Shut
shoulder.
up.
She wraps her arms around the two tightly, nuzzling her face atop their heads before releasing them and stepping back. Dio follows suit and releases Cleo, settling back against the couch. Cleo squeezes their hand before relaxing back into their seat, wiping their eyes discreetly.
Sorry we dragged you into all this, Samar.
It's alright. I'm just glad you guys have a plan now. I would hate to see you guys drift apart because of this.
It went better than it could have, thanks to you. You balance us out really well, Samar.
Oh, there we go. I think I'm picking up what you're throwing down, Theo.
Yeah. It's like you're a missing piece.
Cleo! You're prepared to laugh it off, but Dio catches your eye with a meaningful look. One that reminds you of your past with them. Oh! That's at least two very on board. Those are pretty good odds, I think. Let's do it.
That's...
You take a breath.
Do you mean that?
The three of them look at each other, communicating something silently. They turn back to you tentatively.
If that's all right with you, yeah. Yeah, we do.
I...
You can't help yourself. A smile blooms on your face and you feel your cheeks warm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's alright. More than alright. That means a lot, actually. I'm really happy.
Theo smiles.
So are we.
Theo looks at you with barely disguised wonder and excitement.
Really? Samara!
Next thing you know, Cleo dives at you to hug you. You laugh, hugging them
Oh,
back.
I'm so excited. Wait, we'll have to make some room for you. I can move my plants outside or to the roof. Dio, how much of your equipment in here is waterproof?
Your eyes widen.
Whoa, hold on. I'm not moving in. As fun as that sounds, let's ease up a little. See where this goes first.
Cleo pouts as Theo nods and puts a hand on their shoulder.
Fair.
We can definitely take this at your pace. We're not going anywhere, Samar.
Smile helplessly despite yourself.
Neither am I.
You eventually leave with a blush high in your cheeks and butterflies in your stomach. That was sweet. I like that. Feelings have been caught. Okay, and then this would be the next step to getting closer to Leon, which I will most likely do. And so from what I can tell, 3 hearts, all it's saying is, hey, like, we're starting to get closer. Like, there's definitely an interest there, but it's not gonna, like, really throw off the story all that much if I'm just doing it with everyone, right? If I keep seeing people, then yeah, it's gonna kind of take it to the next level. I don't know. I don't know if this game is smart enough to handle when you're pursuing multiple people. Like, if anyone's gonna get their heart broken. Okay, we are now at the time for another ad break. I'm gonna go ahead and initiate that now. I'm also gonna get up and grab some more water. I suggest you all do the same. See you in 3 minutes. I have returned. I do think the dev said you could pursue multiple partners, but it's been a few years and could be misremembering. I mean, I'll take your word for it, because I don't really have an indicator anywhere else. Yeah, I mean, I think with most dating sims, it's basically just you spend time pursuing the partners you want to pursue, and then the one you spend the most time with is the one you end up with, essentially. I don't know. I will say I also don't really do. This is the first dating sim I've ever played, by the way. Not just on stream, but in general. It's been very fun so far. Not doing a whole lot of spirit swapping right now, though. I guess we have to go to endless mode or something in order for us to do that. Sorry, just checking some messages. Okay. Okay. Let's get back into it. I actually want to talk to Lulu, I think. I like Lulu. I like her style. I like that she's a baker. I'll still pursue things with Leon, but I also want to pursue with Lulu as well. The Land Cafe is bustling when you arrive. You spot Lulu in the back corner and head over to her. Hey, Lou. I'm surprised to see you outside the bakery. I'm glad we can meet here. Me too. It feels nice to take a break for a bit. I left Ginger in charge, so I'm sure everything is fine. He only has to whip out a few batches of kataya today, and he has to make the syrup from scratch, not burn it. Now there's another food I gotta look up. Kataya. A Middle Eastern dessert, a pancake stuffed with nuts and fried in syrup? Fuck yeah, that sounds so good. There's Seminola pancakes stuffed with walnuts, cinnamon sugar, and baked in syrup. That sounds amazing. I love it. I want it. Make me some too, Lulu. You notice her eye twitch a little. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. I can't think about that right now. Right now, you get my attention, Samar. Yay. Okay, so I wanted to share something with you that's very personal. Ooh, Lulu's opening up to us. Oh. Okay. You know that manga I'm always reading? Munyu Miracle Baker. Oh, Miracle Bakeress. I thought that was Bakers. Munyu Miracle Bakeress. Yeah, it's the one with the scantily clad guys who are always accidentally spilling icing on each other. They just keep getting themselves into all sorts of scenarios. Yeah, that one. She stares off at something that you definitely can see, but her eyes seem to gloss over for a second. To be fair, the characters are pretty hot. So what about it? That's absolutely out of her haze. Oh, right. Anyway, I need you to be cool about this. Please be cool about this. Will you be cool about this? Ooh. You nod. Unsure and a little worried about what you may see on the computer screen that she is covering. You mentally brace yourself. Uh-oh. I may have cosplayed a few of the characters from MMB. And I may have gotten a decent-sized following. She's a cosplay influencer. I may be known as the top cosplayer in the scene. Here's my cosplay page. That's a hell of a secret to be keeping from your friends. That's awesome. Lulu moves her hands out of the way, and you see an entire webpage, cutesy bakery motifs adorned with extremely good photos of Lulu as the characters. A visitor counter is at the top right corner, and it's listed at over 10 million visits. Hell yeah. Are you famous? Lulu covers her mouth, quickly shushing you. No, I am a normal bakery owner, Samar. Haha, you are so funny. He gets very close to your face and whispers through gritted teeth. I told you to be cool about this. That's so good. Sorry, that is amazing though. Lulu, this is so cool. I'm shocked you don't have these up in your bakery. You look fantastic. Oh, thank you, Samar. I like to keep my bakery life and my cosplay life separate though. It's why I'm selective who I share it with. I feel that. Oh, the BRB is still on. I'm back. Wait, what's that little chili pepper icon in the corner doing? Why is it winking and saying click me? Why is it kinda... Well, anyway, it's time to go back to the bakery. Nice seeing you, Samar. Oh, that's just a link to her OnlyFans. She quickly shuts off the computer by pulling the cord. I don't think that's how you... Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye. Lulu leaves you sitting by yourself. Kenzie looks over from the front, confused why the computer is shut down. You decide to get out of there quickly before she asks any questions. Nice. Hell yeah. Now that's a way to keep your food service business. Exactly, yeah. I like that. That's a great way to fund it. Or on the rise for a baking fund. Yep, exactly. We're at the skate park. Oh yeah, that's right, because Lulu is learning to skate as one of her hobbies outside of baking. Oh, how is this game? I've considered grabbing it a few times. Good to see you, Monia. Thank you for stopping by. It is a lot of fun. So there's kind of two components. There's like two components to this game. One of them is a dating sim, which is kind of what I'm in now. There is also kind of a tile matching like mini game that pops up a lot. I haven't seen it a ton this playthrough. Most of that was last playthrough when you kind of meet the initial characters, get some of the original power-ups, but it's very nice. I highly recommend it. And actually, Monia, thank you for reminding me. There is currently a deal going on right now. I'm going to go ahead and share it with you. There's currently a deal going on. The Play for Peace bundle. There are for $8, you can get over 300 games with the proceeds going to support humanitarian efforts in Palestine. go ahead and get that bundle up here before I forget. It might be faster on Blue Sky. Yeah, Spirit. I'm bringing it up because Spirit Swap is part of that. That was my motivation to finally get into Spirit Swap. Alright, here you go. Here's a link to the bundle. This is going on for 14 more days, and then the bundle expires. They have already raised $59,000 for charity, but their goal is $200,000. No pressure at all, but if you look through that list of games and any of them look interesting, this is a pretty good deal. You get access to all of those games for $8. But yes, to answer your question, it is fun. I'm having a great time. I think we are going to get closer to... I kind of want to get closer to Lulu. I think I'll do Lulu and then Leon. You arrive at the skate park out of breath, holding your skates and Froggo in your arms. You're a little late. It looks like Lulu's already practicing some moves with Pookie.
Okay, I can do this. I can do this.
Just relax, Lulu. Take a deep breath.
You got this, Lulu!
Lulu trips and falls over before groaning and getting back on her feet.
Lulu, you okay?
I'll be fine. I'll get the hang of it eventually. Hopefully.
I just suddenly realized she needed a hobby outside of baking, but she was also cosplaying. Well, I guess she can't always go cosplaying, right? Like, that's a time and a money investment.
Not to worry, Lulu. We can practice together.
Pookie gives you two a knowing look. You're not sure what it's about, so you just smile.
All right, I'll get out of you two shorties' way. Don't want to accidentally step on one of y'all. Holler at me if you need anything.
One day I'll bring you down to my level.
All right, Summer. Let's try this again.
As hard as you two try, Lulu can only skate about 3 steps on her own before losing balance and falling. You both keep going at it, but after a few more attempts, she hasn't made much progress. This was my experience trying out snowboarding, by the way. Was literally just falling over whenever I would try. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad I tried it, but there's only so much falling over you can do before you're like, yeah, I think I'm done falling over now.
Can we take a break? I don't feel relaxed, just sore.
Sure, we can sit down.
As soon as you sat down, Lou starts fidgeting nervously again. You can almost hear her buzzing from how tense she seems.
I forgot. I told Mo I'd go help her with some stuff. Oh, she's going through so much. Ugh. I hope she doesn't think I'm a bad friend.
The voice acting is very good in this game, I agree. Honestly, I think the character writing is also really good too. Everyone has such a unique personality. Like, everyone has a pretty grounded take on the world and I think on their fellow relationships. But the way that they kind of approach life is all pretty different and all their interests. They did a really good job coming up with characters for this game, I think.
I should probably go call her. It shouldn't take too long. I want to make sure she doesn't need anything.
Lulu, aren't you supposed to be relaxing?
To be fair, wiping out isn't exactly super relaxing.
Well, yes.
Then I promise you, Mo can wait. This is your relaxing skating time. You can't keep taking on everyone's problems, especially when you're so stressed. Here, hold my hand and let's try to breathe together for a second, okay?
Okay.
Lulu puts her hands in yours and closes her eyes. You put Froggo in humming mode to provide some soft background music. You both take a few long breaths. When you open your eyes, you see Lulu staring at you and smiling softly. She smiles contentedly. What a nice, cute, intimate moment.
How did you get so good at skating anyway?
Smile back and don't immediately protest that you're not really that good.
I got used to falling. And after that, it was just time and practice. Do you feel relaxed at all?
I feel more bruised and scraped than anything else. At least I remember to put some bandages in my bag.
If you still want to try, you can try holding on to me. Come on.
Yeah, get it, Samar. Lulu nods and lets you pull her up. Slowly but surely, the two of you make your way around the rink. Eventually, Lulu lets go of you, only to lose her balance and fall. She doesn't even squeal this time, just sits there looking resigned. She sighs, but not so contentedly this time.
Summer, I don't think this is working. I should head back to the bakery.
We can't quit now. You just started getting the hang of it. What if we thought about it like baking? Like whispering and stuff.
Like whispering and stuff.
You mean whisking?
Whiskey.
Yeah, that. Just move like you would when you're making frosting. Like this.
You tried to skate in a circle, but you miscalculated, fall next to Lulu. Ouch.
Summer, are you okay?
That accidental riz.
Oof. I guess we both need to practice more skating, huh?
I guess so.
You stare at each other awkwardly, trying to suppress the urge to laugh. You fail and start giggling uncontrollably at the silliness of the situation.
Hey, I feel more relaxed now.
That's good. Between all the orders and taking everyone's calls, you looked really stressed out.
I know. I just really wanted to do my best for the concert orders and help out everybody. Then baking got stressful, so I tried to help friends to de-stress. But then that got stressful, so I baked to de-stress. But don't worry, I'm going to try to relax more.
It's interesting that she's using work as a means to de-stress. Like, that can definitely work out, but I also feel like that's a very easy way to burn yourself out. I mean, yeah, so it's a good thing then that she's trying something new. She's trying to find other avenues to de-stress besides the thing that'll actually continue to stress her out. You and Lulu spend a while chatting together and give a few more attempts at skating that inevitably end up on the floor. You find yourself sprawled out on the ground and laughing again when Lulu starts to unbuckle her roller skates.
I really do have to head back now, but we should do this again, Summer. Skating with you is super fun.
You rise to your feet and help Lulu up as well. You both trip on your feet and she stumbles into you, but you manage to catch her.
Oop! Caught you.
Thanks, Summer.
You suddenly realize how close you two are, and a bright blush on Lulu's face. She smells so sweet. You lock eyes. Do you like her like that? Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to see what happens.
Hey, Lulu? Wanna grab a post-skating snack first? Just the two of us? I really enjoy being with you.
Wow, yes. I really enjoy your company, too. We can get tacos after I check on some stuff at the bakery?
Deal. It's a date.
Yeah, a date.
Hell yeah. Lulu fumbles to pick up her things, a bright red blush and a huge dorky smile spreading across her face. Aw, that's precious. She somehow manages to get everything into her tote bag before running into the distance. But not before turning around to blow you the most awkward kiss in existence. You're a little stunned by how cute that all was. That's awesome. I just felt like there was like instant chemistry with them. Okay. Well, I guess next up is Leon. You open the door of Leon's tattoo parlor, only to see Hazel sleeping in a pile of half-sketched pages. Leon is fervently drawing in a sketchbook.
Hey, Leon!
Oh, Samar.
You sound pretty tired. Did you get enough rest?
Nonsense. I'm as fit as Iskandar.
Sure.
I still haven't finished my art for Citrine. It's not coming together correctly.
You haven't spent all your time drawing since I last saw you, have you?
Not all of my time.
Have you been sleeping?
Sleep is but a mere respite from the material world.
Bro.
This is my soul bound to paper. It cannot be anything less than effervescent.
Sure it can. Besides, your art is so cool. Do you really think anyone else would notice? Just have fun with it.
Fun? You think art is fun? This is my entire worth, my purpose, the only meaning derived from existing.
Ooh, boy. All right, pencil down. You need a break.
I just want to draw, though. Why doesn't it feel good anymore? All I feel is dread now.
I don't know, dude. What's your favorite part about making art? Maybe there's something there that you can try to recapture?
He furrows his brow deep in thought. You can almost see the cogs turning in his head.
Actually, back when I was still learning, I loved my life drawing classes. Bodies are so beautiful and complex. I felt like I learned something new with each different model, each new pose, each lighting. I could feel myself level up between one sketch and the next. And the excitement of putting pen to paper was palpable.
Well, what changed?
Long story short, I got really good, hit a wall, then I switched to tattooing. And for a while, I could feel the fire burning inside me again. It took me years to learn it, and a couple more to perfect horn body mods.
Ah, yes. As your resident guinea pig, I sure remember those days.
Leon chuckled, shaking his head as they recalled the memories.
Hey, you could never pass up a free tattoo or a free horn.
No regrets. Except maybe that one time you grew tiny horns around my ears. I couldn't sleep properly for weeks.
The two of you chuckle again at the memory.
Listen, doofus. If Citrine is half the inspiration that you say he is, he'll know that anything you make for him is special. He'll cherish it. There's power in gifts, remember? I'm not an artist, and I know that.
I guess you're more comfortable being a work of art, huh? That gives me an idea. Don't move.
He frees awkwardly. Leon grabs a nearby notepad and sketches quickly for a few minutes before showing you his work. It's a portrait sketch of you and your big goofy smile. Aww, that's sweet.
Leon, this looks amazing.
Do you like it?
I love it. You're the best artist I know. No matter what you give Citrine, I know it'll be amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Truly.
Leon looks into your eyes. He knows how close you're standing. He blushes and moves to say something, but thinks better if it pretends to yawn instead.
Oh, well, I guess it's getting late. I don't want to keep you.
You're dropping hints. Could it be? Make a move on Leon. I like Leon. Like I like how he's clearly passionate about art, and that's art is how he communicates with the world around him. I'd be very curious to see what that looks like in the context of like a relationship.
Actually, I'd rather stay. We can spend some time chilling out, just like old times.
You want to stay and sketch with me?
Yes, but don't think we're pulling an all-nighter, though. I'm here to make damn sure you get some sleep tonight.
Oh yeah.
But hey, whenever you're rested, how about some cozy drawing time?
A small smile spreads across Leon's face, and he looks down at his sketchbook, bashful before coming back to you.
I'd like that.
You borrow a big t-shirt and some comfy shorts to sleep in, and predictably spend the evening making Leon watch your favorite TV shows instead of getting any drawing done. You catch yourself staring at him more than a few times instead of the TV. They catch your gaze every now and then, and blush. By the end of the night, you're cuddling on the couch, fast asleep. You wake up the next day and make sure not to wake him as you slip out. He needs his rest, and you need to process this newfound mutual attraction. You'll keep your cozy drawing time promise to them another time. That's cute. I like that. Feelings have been caught. Okay. So I guess at this point I could start pursuing. So there's now, okay, so I've now developed relationships with 4. The Polycule, Lulu, and then Mo, and now Leon. I don't know if I really want to. So here's what I'm kind of thinking through. I don't know if I necessarily want to go for like 100% like dating everyone. I am kind of curious to see what happens if you like decide not to pursue certain people. Like, I guess I'll go ahead and just go through. There's probably a few people that I'm not like super into. Like, I'm probably not gonna pursue too much with Canon. I think he's just a little bit bland. Iskander is a little obnoxious. He might be fun to kind of push just to see what he actually does. And I am kind of curious to see what he turns into when you start, like, actually... Sorry, get them. When you start getting them to actually, like, talk a whole lot. Which one is your favorite? I think my favorites are Mo, and probably the Polycule. So, Mo is kind of like a witchy type person who makes a lot of potions. The big draw is that you two are already basically besties and hang out with each other a lot, but Mo recently just broke up with Iskander. So you're kind of also comforting them, helping them out a little bit, but also you're essentially a safe space for her. So it allows her to kind of explore that friendship a little bit more. There's already a little bit of a level of intimacy, and I like her aesthetic as well. I really like the outfit design. I like the potions aspect and how her like room is set up. The Polycule is a ton of fun though, because they're like 3 different personalities. They all work really well together, but there's also like, it has its own challenges, right? The main, and not to spoil too much for Eumonia, but the main thing that kind of draws you into them is the fact that you are level-headed and act as a mediator when they're kind of stuck, right? If there's an argument, you're able to kind of like guide it in a way that they're able to kind of communicate healthily. So I think it's interesting that you have this dynamic not just with each of them, but also the unit as a whole. So I think these 2 are probably my favorite. I don't know who I would prefer to end up with more. And then I also like Lulu a lot. She's really cute personality-wise. I think she's probably one of my favorites personality-wise. She seems like really nerdy. like not necessarily as nerdy as someone like Kenzie, who's like very much techie, and is working on a lot of projects. Kind of keeps to herself a bit. But Lulu's like more of like a kind of a cosplay nerd style. Rad, where's the girl boss? I'm right here. I'm dating everyone. We have butterflies for Leon, Mo, the Polycule, and Lulu. I don't know, Zap, based on what you've seen, is there anyone you're is there anyone you're gunning for here? The coolest guy you know, and also the biggest dork. Did I get any other decorations? I haven't done the, we haven't spirit swapped in a while. The girl with the pink and yellow hair, she is literally me. Oh, Lulu? Yeah, I like Lulu a lot. Oh, shoot. I guess we're talking now. I guess we're chit-chatting. We need to talk. They have Zap vibes. This is stressful. You can't just send, we have to talk to someone. That's psychological warfare. Why did you send me that video? Lulu, what video did you send Samar? Which one? You know the one. Is that the winking chili pepper video? The fan cam of the cake? Lulu, it was like a buttercream frosting sheet cake. Ha 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 ha. Oh, it just made Samar hungry. The cake wasn't even pretty, it was flat and boring. Ha ha ha, I can't breathe. Why did you send this to me? It gets funnier the more I watch it. Why is it so heavily edited? They spent so much time on this. Why is the song so horny? Oh my gosh. I'm crying laughing. Wait. The fan cam. So it's literally just her with like a sheet cake and they're playing horny music. I do want cake right now though. I'm literally making a terrible sheet cake right now. Come by. Ooh. You're not gonna film it, are you? Lulu, no. I'll talk to you later. What? Yo, that is a cool ass clock. Wait, hang on. Hang on, I need to understand this clock. Is it just 2 clocks in one? Is that smaller clock supposed to keep track of like seconds and something else? Or maybe it's just 2 time zones. Oh shoot, Mo's at Muscle Beach. Yeah, let's go chat with Mo. It's been a bit. The sun always seems to be setting over the beach when you come here, casting a warm orange glow over the sand and waves. You notice Mo is sitting alone, gazing out at the horizon. Hey bestie, mind if I join you? Of course not, Samora. Aw. Please join me. That didn't seem quite right, but she clearly doesn't want to talk about it, so you decide to respect it. Beautiful sunset, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's moments like this that make you appreciate the little things. She's being more forthcoming now, surprisingly. So it must be okay to ask. Probably. Looks like you have something on your mind. Anything you want to talk about? You notice Mo hesitate for a moment, but then give in to her emotions. I was hoping to talk to Ish to tell them, well, to tell them that I am sorry, and that I still love them, and want us to still be friends. You contemplate chiming in, but decide to let her talk. You realize this is the best way she can sort out her feelings. I didn't mean to hurt them, and after some more reflection, I felt that I was being selfish when we were together. I should have thought more about how they felt. I don't know. I want to make things right, and I miss having them in my life. It's never easy after a breakup to reconnect with someone, especially someone who's been a big part of your life. Of both of our lives, really. She's right. You've decided a long time ago not to make this breakup about you, but you do miss being their favorite third wheel sometimes. Truthfully, you just miss hanging out together whether they're dating or not. Mo looks up at you, trying to guess what you're thinking. You try to smile, but her gaze flickers away and she waits a second more before speaking again. What if I waited too long to reach out? What if they don't want to talk to me? I'm sure Ish wants to talk as much as you do. You won't know until you try. This could make things worse between us. What if I talk to them and they aren't ready to forgive me? Sometimes you just need to take the first step. You're showing them you care and that you're willing to make amends. You're not even sure what she's beating herself up for. Was it that bad? What even happened? I guess that makes sense. I just don't want to mess things up even more. That's understandable, but you've always been someone who faces challenges head on, so you got this. Mo pauses to think on your words, perhaps trying to come up with a reason to back out, but her expression goes back to the confident Mo you always knew. She forces a small smile to stop you from worrying too much, I guess. You're right. I just need to step up and just talk to them. Thanks, Samora. I guess I just needed to hear that. Hey, I know I keep saying it, but I'm always here for you both. I know. And I'm really lucky to have you. The last thing I wanted was to get you caught up in the middle of. Nope! I refuse to let you finish that apology. You have nothing to be sorry for. You're not a burden. You're not getting in the way of my friendship with Ish. You're not high maintenance. Whatever lies anyone made you to believe about yourself, they were wrong. You grab her hands and look deep into your beautiful eyes. She needs to hear this. You're wonderful, you're loving, you're my best friend, and I picked you. I'll pick you over and over, and I'll do it every time. Samora. Hey, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to. Let's just sit here and watch the sea. Yeah, I'd really like that. She doesn't force herself to smile this time, and you're grateful for it. You sit beside her in comfortable silence for a while longer, watching the sun dip below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of pink and purple. That's sweet. Okay. I don't know if I'd want to pursue a relationship with Pookie. Like, I definitely want to get to know more of what's going on in his life, but I don't know if I necessarily want to get into a relationship. Oh, Lulu's back at the land cafe. What hijinks is she got herself up to? You find yourself back at Kenzie's land cafe. Last time you were here with Lulu, you left quickly, but Kenzie just nods when you enter and points over to the back corner where you spot Lulu waiting for you. Ahem. Turn the computers off properly this time. Yeah, sorry. Yes. You make your way over to Lulu, feeling the heat of Kenzie's eyes on your back. You weren't at fault for this, but you know you'll never turn off the computer properly again. This is technically your first date with Lulu, right? You said you'd go on a date, but you keep having her schedule. You know how busy Lulu is. Sure. But you're starting to worry she doesn't like you like that after all. And then you see her big bright smile as she waves at you, and the butterflies in your stomach start fluttering again. Samar! Hey! Hello, how are you, babe? You look great. Sit, sit, sit. You sit, realizing that all too familiar webpage is pulled up. The one with our cosplay content from Munyu Munyu Miracle Bakeress. A few new cosplays have been added. Oh, those new shots look great, Lou. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they were super fun to do, and the fandom seems to love them so far. But what I brought you here for is something a little different. Lulu looks around. The land cafe is mostly empty still, and no one is paying attention to you. A few people are locked into some games, frantically smashing keyboards. Regardless, she pulls you in closer to the screen. I want to show you my other cosplay content. The other content, you say? What, like a different manga? Oh, my frogs, no. A different manga? You. No. My spicier content. Oh. Lulu raised her eyebrows at you and just stares. Oh. Lulu is really quick. Like, she is moving fast in this relationship. As soon as you start dating, she's like, I want you to see my sexy poses. With one final look around the cafe, Lulu hits the chili pepper button that you pointed out last time, the one that made her yank out the power cord. Somewhat me. A series of pop-ups show up, asking your age, if you're really sure, and a final one if you're asking if you're really sure. She clicks it. The page loads, the same website, with a darker motif and similar photos, but all so much more. So this is the other part of my work. I try to keep this part of my life separate from the bakery. Lulu, these are so good. Like, of course they're good, but these are so beautifully shot. I didn't even know you could do that with a mixer. That's crazy. If you think that's good, you should see what I could do with the piping bag. You blush, she catches the redding of your face, laughing to herself before she closes the window. Now that you know my two big secrets, how are you feeling? Honestly, really good. I'm honored you would show me. If we're going to date, I need you to know all of me, and I figure this is a good way to see it if it scares you off or not. I'm still here, not scared. I actually think it's really cool of you. Lulu has intrusive thoughts. She does. Yeah, she jumps. She is jumping like full steam into the relationship. It's very cute. And also, how do you have the time? Do you ever rest? No, Lulu, seriously, don't worry about it. Anyway, want to walk back with me to the bakery? I'll tell you about my next shoot idea. I think this time, I'll need to use a combo of pistachio syrup and a large spatula. You reach over to turn off the computer properly first and spring to your feet once it's shutting down. Lead the way. Yay! Okay, so Lulu dives into a very specific detail of where the syrup will be placed for the shoot, as the two of you walk out for the land cafe. The gamers don't even clock you passing, let alone the graphic details Lulu has displayed about angles for the shoots. You can't help it. You keep blushing. You know what? Lulu's got Riz. Ooh. I'm gonna try that out. I assume that's bedside. I don't know if I like the plants more than the table, but I'll go ahead and give it a shot. Oh, hey, Zeus. How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. And thank you for throwing a ton of shit at me. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going with the school clock. Okay. Who should I visit next? Ah, it's Red. Ah, it's Zeus. It's good to see you. Hope you've been doing well today. We are continuing Spirit Swap playthrough here. I have gotten pretty close to Lulu and Mo. I haven't gotten that close with Pookie yet, and I'm not sure how close I want to get with them. I'll go ahead and say hi, though. I am curious to know what's going on in their mind. There's always a wide variety of people at the skate park. Sure, you've got skaters, but you also got the watchers, the vibers, maybe a few smokers, even the occasional bored gamers sitting at makeshift tables and enjoying the tricks. No matter the person, though, no matter the reason they're there, they all know Pookie, and Pookie knows them all too. You walk up to Pookie as they wave to some kids walking over to the half pipe. Thanks, Pookie, you hear one of them yell. Yep, anytime. What's up, Simone? Hey, Pookie, how's it going? Always good to see you, fam. You getting some inline time today? Oh, I'm just here to chat and vibe today. Something a little different, I guess. Oh, we got Cannon joining us, too. I thought a change from my habits would be enjoyable as well. You turn around and see Cannon standing there, smiling their typical pensive smile, hands folded together. Wait, how long have you been standing there, Cannon? They just got here, like literally. It's true. I appeared here just a few moments ago. It's good to see you, Samar. And Pookie, thank you again for offering to teach me today. How are you? Chillin', Cannon. It's all chill. I find it rather warm today, but... Oh wait, relax. That's right. I'm learning. Got all sorts of learning today, friend. You got your gear? Yes, I do. You look and see Cannon holding a skateboard with pearl white trucks and wheels and a bright pink helmet with sparkles and cat ears. You see little kids with those, but you didn't know they made them in adult sizes. Cool. That's a very stylish helmet. Also, were they holding those just a second ago? Where did they come from? Nice. I vibe the gear choice. I like them a lot myself. They make me feel chilled, I think. Okay, so he actually did bring this up in the last playthrough. Cannon is an angel. I think he's actually got supernatural powers compared to the other characters in this game. That might be an interesting angle to pursue, even if I'm not like a huge fan of his character overall. I mean, his whole shtick is basically he's a little bit awkward and kind of blunt with conversation, but again, that's kind of just his like a specific personality choice there, right? Cannon looks off towards the half pipe, a hint of determination on their face. We're gonna try dropping in today. I worry dropping goes slightly against my angelic nature, but I am excited. I like that. Thank you for the hydrate, Zeus. I encourage everyone else out there to hydrate as well. Oh my god. I was spat watching my arm fly behind my head. You're gonna be great, bet. Let's get you in there, Cannon. Sammy, give me a couple minutes? For sure, do your thing. Pookie walks Cannon over to the half pipe, putting an arm over their shoulder. Now, what's really interesting, Pookie seems like he's the type, or Pookie seems like they're the type of person where they're most at home around other people. So it's like, they're definitely going through something. They're definitely going through depression. But it seems like being able to be there for other people and help them out does help them, kind of help with it. But I guess the whole question is, how much can it actually help, and will that depression ever get to a point where it doesn't help anymore? It can be a little confusing, but Pookie seems to know how to put pretty much anyone at ease. You take a seat on a park bench off in the grass. Next thing you know, Cannon is going up and down the ramp with ease. Somehow, they hang in the air just a little longer than you expect each time. Flying free, you love to see it. Pookie's sitting next to you, looking out at the park with their usual mellow. Love to see you doing your thing. It's like you're some kind of super Pookie when you're here. Nah, it's not like that. It's just my domain feel. My place away from my place. Ooh, getting deepo, wise one. Uh-huh. Finding a place that is yours is a key to happiness. It's true. You look up, a kid is standing in front of you, holding the skateboard in sparkly pink helmet. Wait, weren't they just? You look over at Pookie, but they don't look like anything strange just happened. So they're phasing objects in and out of existence. Wait, weren't you just? I believe this could be one of my places too. Already is, fam. I believe some spirits are trying to make it their home too at this very moment. Oh! I don't see any. I'm currently keeping them at bay. It's the group over there practicing a shag vision dance. They point at a group so far off you can barely make out what they're listening to. Then a twinkle passes their eyes. Should I let spirits through? You know, why not? I'm feeling a little swap match right now. Sam? Oh, you know it's on. Cool, finally, we're getting a swap match after like 2 hours of not having one. Nice. Okay. I'm definitely gonna have to try this at a hard difficulty in the future stream. I'll probably try the endless mode at some point. Just to keep it nice. Okay, Sammy, you got this one. I concede. A thrilling bout, friends. Thanks, Cannon. But wait, earlier, how did you... It's the park, fam. Magic happens here. You hear the kids playing the clack of ollies and metallic zing of trucks on drag rails. You can ask questions, or maybe just enjoy sharing the park with good friends. I guess I sometimes forget there's more magic out there than just planes and spirits. It'd be pretty boring if we already knew everything there was to know about life. We might know most of it, but like 85%. Maybe 58. 69? Nice. Nice. I am all knowing. Thanks, Cannon. You turn to ask Cannon to elaborate, but they're already back at the half-pipe somehow. Guess it's the magic of the park. Yeah, I like that they're playing around with the fact that Cannon has powers. That I guess they're gonna continue to lean more into that. Maybe I will pursue something with Cannon. Okay, so I could build a relationship with Pookie. I think I'd rather... I actually want to chat with the Polycule now. Help me! Oh, actually, how about I just chat with people in general? I haven't spent a lot of time chatting here. Oh my goodness, what's wrong? It's Cleo, by the way. Nothing serious. I just want to see a movie, but don't know what to check out. Smargane Rex? I feel like you all are always in the know. Hi, it's Dio. Also, you've got to see Spirit Angel Super X Shining. They actually brought it over here, and it's so damn good. Lol, hey Dio. So keep it up with Spirit Angel. They're on, what? Like episode 2034? True dedication. Dedication? Dedication? Damn, I'm correct. Where are you when I need you? Dedication. Theo. Hi, it's Dio again. But also, I gotta stay dedicated. I've seen the art since they started Spirit Angel Super. It's gorgeous. And watching Tanara's first transformation into the super stellar Spirit Angel form on the big screen, gotta admit, the deaths sound pretty good. But I explore all my options. Got any additional Rex? What? You asked my advice just to brush me aside? Cold, Samar. So cold. I reached out so I could get multiple options. Could you grab Cleo, pretty please? Okay. It is I, Cleo Tenaria, here to make an elegant movie recommendation for you, Samar. I recommend that you spend your evening watching the miraculous animated epic Spirit Angel Super X Shining. Dio, I can tell it's you. Get out of here and go get Cleo. Fine. Hello, Samar. Dio says you're looking for a movie recommendation? Yeah, what do you think I should see? Spirit Angel Sorry, that was Dio. Just to refer me their passion about Spirit Angel for you. You should see after all, they do seem to be quite committed. I know it's making me interested. It's definitely an option I'll consider, but what would you go see? I want a variety to consider. I don't know. I think maybe now I'll vote for 2. Then we could all talk about it together. Ah, Theo, save me, Spirit Angel. Not you too, Theo. It's good. Wow. Okay, fine. Y'all want to go see Spirit Angel with me? Let's make a plan. Sweet. Let's see. I'll talk to Mo. Hey, Mo. Hey, Samar. Perfect timing. I just found this new R&B artist. Every song is a vibe. The beats are so smooth with so full lyrics. Send me a link. I'll check them out. Just sent it via Familiar Z. Let me know when you get to it. Oh. I guess I can't go back. My recommendation? Let's do it on a chill evening. Like this one. With a special blend. Curate that experience. Make it a true vibe. Aye aye, I'll report back. Later, bestie. See how Pookie's doing. Pookie! I need new tunes. Mine ears need new Rex. When you have a sec, please work your magic. Oh, you know you activated my trap card. I will only make the choicest recommendations. This is serious. I'm opening my vast library now. Yes, also it could be anything. I trust you. High energy or low energy? High. Electronic or acoustic? Electronic. What are you using it for? Just vibes. Wanna try something new? Are you listening with headphones or speakers? He's asking all the right questions, by the way. Speakers, I guess. IDK both. What kind of speakers? Okay, so Pookie's an audiophile, is what we're discovering here. Standalone computer speakers, big record speakers, little tiny ones built in the monitor. Computer speakers. Okay, please hold. I've narrowed it down. Narrowed it down? Wait. How many more questions do you have? In this section, 34. Pookie! You gotta trust the process. It's okay, I can just listen to Shag Vision anyway. Thanks, Pookie, bye. Come back! No, for real. Like, how you listen to music and the mood you're, like, in is gonna affect your experience with it. So, I commend Pookie for going through that process. What happens if I talk to Cannon? Hi! Samar, I was just thinking of you. I have a question I hoped you could help me with. Of course. Well, I've been making plans for Mozzarella Tuesday. Of course, I would like to invite all of our friends to attend, but I'm concerned that bringing Mo and Ish together could make things uncomfortable. Yeah, they're both going through it. Ish only did 7 sets of bench press today, and one of Mo's brews did almost explode the other day. Of course, she could have just been messing with me, but I agree. They're both still navigating post-breakup right now. That's why I'm concerned. Well, I'd say just check in with them, like individually. They'll tell you where they're at. Yes, that's true. Asking them directly would probably be best. I just didn't want to bring it up something awkward. It can be awkward, yeah, but asking can also show you care. I like that. It does. It's okay if it's a little awkward. I suppose you're right. Time to have uncomfortable conversations. Yeah, good luck. I'll probably... Do I want to talk to anyone else right now? Probably not. Okay, so I haven't really developed relationships with these 3. Kedzi, Iskander, Canon I don't think I've even met individually since I started this. Kedzi I went on one thing with, Iskander I went on one thing with. Iskander I might get a little bit closer. I'll try to see whether or not he has some, I don't know, some interesting insights on the relationship. I think he's they're a little bit too much of a meathead for me. but I mean, they're a thembo, right? So that's they're going for the himbo style as a non-binary individual, which is kind of endearing. Kedzi, maybe I'll get more interested in. She's definitely more interested in her work than anything else. I'm not sure what a relationship with her would look like. Yeah, I do think these 4 are probably going to be my personal favorites. Leon's neat. I'm curious to see where the relationship with him will go. Okay. Y'all, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here for tonight. We made some pretty good progress here. I got an Essentials update, apparently. That's interesting. Okay. Sorry, just messing with some Twitch stuff. Anyway, that's gonna do it for tonight, I think. Thank you so much, everyone who ended up joining tonight. Had a pretty good turnout here and made some good progress. Not a whole lot of swapping. I'm a little bit disappointed in that. But, I mean, we're also getting more into the lore, which is kind of what was really missing from the last episode. So, I think it's all gonna balance out. I'm still really enjoying this experience so far. There is so much heart and care put into this game, right? I think from just the quality of like the acting, from the quality of the art, to the individual personalities of the characters, the way they all talk about, I guess, themselves and each other. Like, you can tell there's a lot of depth there and a lot of really neat kind of backstory to explore. It is a game that definitely rewards you for poking around. So yeah, I'm excited to continue playing this. We're probably not going to play this on Wednesday. My plan is to maybe do something a little bit more creative. I've been teaching myself Blender over the past couple weeks. I wouldn't mind spending Wednesday as kind of like a little tutorial session, maybe walking through some basic tutorials. What I honestly want to do is see whether or not I can model a hat for myself for my upcoming model redo. I played around with it a little bit. I could get some basic like shapes and ideas down, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I might also find some others just to get used to the interface more. I think anything that's going to allow me to get used to Blender's interface is probably just going to help me, because I'm still spending a lot of time fumbling with the keys. But we will cross that bridge when we get there. I think for now, we'll go ahead and end it. you might have seen the Discord link get posted. If you'd like to hang out, keep up with all things rad, share some memes, feel free to stop on by. We would love to have you. Also consider giving me a follow here on Twitch or on Blue Sky. Same username, it's radnomad. And I'll see you all on Wednesday. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.